What is going on, guys? We are back with another video today, and we are doing another rebuild on Madden 22, and of course, it's a special rebuild. You could tell by the title or the thumbnail. It's something. You guys clicked it, not me, and that is... well, I don't know yet. It's either a 10, 15, 20, probably not 25 or 30-year rebuild of the Jacksonville Jaguars. Now, this is a team that is very interesting because they go from one of the worst teams last year, you know, kind of looking on paper, to a very shockingly high potential team with the drafting of Trevor Lawrence. Of course, it all starts with him. The O-line also does matter. Unfortunately, we will not be able to use Travis Etienne year one because, of course, he did go down with that season ender. Receivers, definitely decent, especially with Etienne if he was there. I'm sorry, there's Jags fans that are like, one more time, just mention it. One more time, please. I don't think we heard you enough. But if he was there, it would be a very tough offense to stop on paper. Once again, we don't know, is Chark ever going to take the true step up to become the number one on the team? He shows glimpses of brilliance, and I don't know. As far as draft picks go, I don't know if they updated, but I believe Minshew was traded, if not mistaken, so we got to get that in there. Chenault, a guy that can actually do quite a bit with the ball after he catches it. Very strong player in general. As you can see, I didn't even know that. 76 trucking, nice. But yeah, this team on paper is a very good team. If they didn't draft Lawrence, I might have used them for my franchise, but with Lawrence being superstar, and maybe some of us thought he could have been an X Factor, you know, it probably would have been too much. As far as defensively goes, there are a few more needs, obviously, but they do have a lot of cornerstone pieces, at least for a franchise, being Josh Allen, Miles Jack. Chason could potentially be decent. Hamilton, I was going to start no matter what, but 24 years old as a star dev player, not bad. Cornerbacks, decent overalls. Tyson Campbell, high potential guy, 21 years old, tall, decently fast, and, okay coverage. Cisco, thought maybe he could have been hidden as well, same with Tyson, but neither were. Still developmental pieces that you can use. As far as what I would attack first, probably the tackles, right? The tackles, they have potential, but they're not tackles that I would really expect to be long-term for us here. And then tight end. But realistically, we do have some decent pieces on offense. And then defensively, I think you have to attack the safeties. The back end is just awful here. I mean, they needed safeties for a while. A lot of people thought maybe they would have went with Trevor. They didn't. And obviously, a little bit of work to do. I was going to choose like the Lions or the Jets, but I'll be just completely honest with you. I didn't do the Lions because I literally just did a rebuild of them recently enough. Hey, I'm starting this kind of like a little bit after the Lions rebuild goes up, even though it's not a realistic style, it's a fantasy style. Which, hey, maybe leave a like and subscribe. As you can tell, we do a lot of rebuilds, a lot of franchise stuff. It would mean a ton to me because it's going to take me like 15 years to freaking do. So it was only for a 6th-round pick from the Eagles, which shouldn't be too hard to get. It's a conditional pick. I wonder if one of the conditions is if he can throw the ball more than 30 yards down the field, which if that's the case, congratulations on your 7th-round, Jackson. I'm sorry. Re-signings. Chark, we just talked about a guy that we want to keep around. We're just hoping he takes the leap. The good leap, not, there's many types of leaps. And a good one is the one we're aiming for here. Herndon, not a bad contract. We actually don't know how Tyson Campbell's going to look, so we'll just give him that deal. AJ Cam, that's not even that bad either. Cam Robinson, I mean, he's just not very good. Screw that. We're just going to save money. Then again, it's a realistic style. We'll give Cam the 2-year. Damn it. I hate realism. It is actually way more fun to do realistic style, but still, it's annoying having to sign players that you maybe don't want, but obviously you're not going to leave yourself tackleless, especially when he only wants a 2-year 13 when guys around him are getting paid that times 2 per year. I know he's not their level, but still. All right, playoff time. Do you think we made it? We did not. So, of course, for these types of rebuilds, you already know our original rebuilds are already kind of long the way it is, trying to show you as much as possible. But with these ones, they need to be cut short as much as possible to try and get this thing under, 2, at most 3 hours? So I think I may have to just tell you about some of our seasonal stats going forward. while we do other things rather than just, telling you everything. Oh, look at this guy. Use some common sense as well. Trevor Lawrence, maybe Rookie of the Year, but no chance at MVP. So going forward, if we don't have a rookie that looks really good, we can just be like, okay, well, the awards don't matter because we're not there. Let's see, did we even win it? We didn't. Mac Jones is the Rookie of the Year, unfortunately. We did get the best running back, surprisingly. I know James Robinson, kind of known for doing well in sim, but didn't think he would do well enough to become the best running back in the AFC or look like the best running back in the AFC. Super Bowl between the Cardinals and Patriots. Please, Cardinals, don't let the entire world down, and they don't. The Cardinals clutch up and win it. Any dev-ups at all, none on offense, not even Robinson? Really? Okay, no dev-ups at all from any player. So thankfully we have a lot of years because the first one was wasted. All right, so we're in the draft, and let me tell you, there is a sick couple of corners here. Byron Blake, who looks absolutely nuts, and the other one, Sheldon Thomas, who is still here, who looks, once again, absolutely nuts. A cornerback going number 1 overall. Minnesota finally gets a cornerback that's worth taking and starting. There's a couple of other guys there. Higgins, the guy we see there, is a Heisman winner. The problem is, wow, look at these corners. We don't need a corner. So, I mean, unfortunately, the Jaguars, who have a decent bit of needs, you just can't trade up to pick 5 for a cornerback. So we're going to move down to 13 and see what's best available. These corners, I mean, this has potential to be by far the best cornerback class I've ever seen in any Madden, let alone Madden 22 so far. I think it would go without saying it would be Madden 22's best. Also, look at this safety. He looks like he could play corner too. There's too much talent. I guarantee that safety be a god, but we did sign Malik Hooker to a 4-year deal in free agency, so we're probably going to be avoiding that position. There's a tight end, there's a DT. Those are needs we need more, and I think that's what we're going to be aiming for. We're going to trade down to the Eagles. A 3rd-round pick might be a little high here, but at the end of the day, I wanted to move down, and they wanted to move up. And they take the safety, who once again looks absolutely nuts, which makes me really sad. I think we're going to be taking the DT. Newkirk could go all the way up to 17, 18. He looks insane. We're taking Newkirk. He is a 76 overall normal. Insane talent, automatic starter, but normal dev. Yikes. And we're going to make a crazy trade up, 45, 80, and 77 for pick 20, which I believe is going to be the tight end. Please be good, dude, because I am putting a lot of faith in you here, Mr. Tight End Man. We do want the tight end, right? Oh, man, we really should have just kept what we had, because, yeah, don't get me wrong, the tight end looks really good, but yeah, he does look very good. We're going to take him. Sammy Rivers, 74 overall hidden. Says we reach, but he's a 6'6", 21-year-old, 91 speed, 93 excel tight end. Okay, yeah, he's actually absolutely nuts. He could be star dev, it doesn't matter. He is a freak. He's literally Kyle Pitts. We literally just drafted Kyle Pitts. And all the players I wanted are already gone. Okay, well, we're going to trade up for Clifford because he's just a guy that you cannot pass on. And I think we should also trade up for Leclerc, who is a late 4th, so we might be able to get away with, maybe like the late 2nd. But yeah, let's go to Minnesota. They're happy with their cornerback. They'll be happy to trade us. I just know it. So Keenan Clifford, we traded up 4th this, and I think it was like a 5th this or something like that. Keenan Clifford can't miss. 76 overall. Once again, normal, but a very good player, and adding, once again, more talent to the offense. And it's probably not a smart move, but we have. we added a lot of talent to the offense that could potentially be here a decade later, especially that tight end. And Leclerc is still there. I'm going to move to Seattle. Please, Vikings don't take him. I only went one more just to make it more realistic. Yeah, we had multiple 6, multiple 7s, multiple 5ths. We don't have that anymore. But what we hopefully have is a steal at guard, Wyatt Leclerc. And he is 69 overall hidden. That's what I'm talking about. I was actually thinking he was going to be a higher overall because those potentials look really good. But I didn't know if he was going to be hidden. That is a massive win. And especially, hopefully, once again, this is more towards after that Lions fantasy rebuild. I need the help, okay? I've been struggling a little bit in the drafts. Been hitting some players that we shouldn't, and we've been missing players that we shouldn't. Bryce Calcutta, don't need a kicker that badly at all, but you can't pass. Now we're going to take the fullback. I might trade up for the kicker as well. That guy looks insane. So we still ended up with decent picks for next year. We're missing a couple of rounds, but overall we're pretty fine. Bryce Calcutta, was this a worthy trade up? 68 overall normal. I mean, that's good. That's really good for, Madden terms, but really? Like, that's one of the better kicker potentials you can get. He had like a 2.8 was that combine grade, but okay, sure. You guys also said you seem to not care about if we look at the hit-ins or not, because once again, if we're going to start them anyways, it doesn't really matter. Might as well cut the bull crap. Also, I don't know if you guys care, but I can't cheat. And hey, superstar dev, definitely worth the pick. Number 85, welcome. But yeah, you can't cheat, because once again, if you change the dev, it automatically removes the hidden. I believe. I'll take a look in a sec. So, star, normal. Once again, you guys probably don't care. And I technically now am cheating. I don't think it matters. I think when they're hidden, even if they're Superstar or X Factor, they get that XP gain. So it kind of reveals it anyways, whether you look or not. And Leclerc is, see, star. So obviously you can't actually cheat if you just show right away. But obviously, even though we're limited on time, you gotta take a look at these corners. They looked absolutely nuts. And outside of injury and toughness, this guy is nuts. He is really, really good. Let's take a look at these devs. He has star, a little unfortunate to only be star, but still really good corner. Sheldon Thomas, the slightly faster guy, worse catching, toughness and injury. Once again, though, kind of trash. Also shorter and lighter, so the other guy is automatically better unless this guy is an X Factor, which he is a superstar, but I'd still say the other guy's better. We have a Huggins, potentially the best out of the bunch, the highest injury by far, 6'2", so he's the tallest guy. In probably X Factor because of that Heisman win, and he is Vikings selling a little bit, but obviously still a good pick. This could be a normal dev. It's not. I don't really care. I mean, he could be X Factor. He could not be. Please be normal. Ooh, that hurts. That obviously hurts because this guy looks ridiculous as well. The DT we took, obviously insane ratings, but only normal hurts. And Sweeting is not someone we're going to be talking about. Yeah, that guy was insane. We sold. Marvin Jones traded over to the Panthers for a 6th round pick. We just don't need him anymore, and we, of course, save a decent bit of money doing that move. We are going to rock with the youth. Here's what the roster looks like after the first season. It's now year 2. I have the sliders around 125 each because usually by year 5, a lot of teams are kind of in the 87 to 90 range. We usually have like a 91, 92 overall. I don't want that to happen here, so 125 I think is going to be fine. It might seem like a slow burn at the beginning, but I feel like it'll definitely catch up over time. James Robinson's like, what do you mean slow burn? I'm a freaking god already because of these sliders. You are also very slow, unfortunately. Travis Etienne, please stay healthy, my guy, because you have a lot of potential and could even be the future of this team if he plays well, and we have to pay Robinson, don't have the money for it. As far as receivers go, we obviously have a lot of talent. We just need to see them take the next step. I'm not pointing any fingers, but just saying. Obviously, we have an insane tight end now. We have a new right guard who's star. I know Barch is interesting name. I know he's a star, but he doesn't look that great. He's already 24. I think we're just going to let him die as a backup, honestly. Middle linebacker definitely needs to be something we address. Dylan Moses, I feel like has the most potential as Shaquille Quarterman. I mean, sure, great hit power, dude, but coverage is bad. You're slow. It's just not going to happen, right? Cisco, probably need to replace him at some point. Malik Hooker is a nice free safety addition. Newkirk, hopefully he'll be a god. Hamilton has a lot of potential, and then Smoot needs to be replaced. But overall, it's an okay team. We have a lot more to go with and work on, but it's an okay direction. Not the greatest year 1 draft, but we made some decent choices, right? The tight end turned out good. The DT was still good, whether you want to say he was or not, but not being hidden does suck, I can admit, but obviously insanely fast, really talented, young. Okay, so forget this whole James Robinson thing because we have to already re-sign him, making it obviously something we're going to do because he's playing too well right now, and Travis Etienne is too big of a question mark to decide if we want to keep him or as the starter or not. Linder, I think a 2 years fine. He actually probably will regret. He's only an 84 overall, going on 85. Not what he used to be. Josh Lambo, he's a pretty good kicker. 2-year, I mean, what, about $5 million per year, pretty much. Worth it for a guy as high of an overall as he is. Josh Allen. I like him, but I really wish he wasn't being paid that much. But sure, you're our number one. Why not? Hey, y'all. That sucks. That's a lot of money, dude. And then Jawan Taylor, I think we're going to take another look at him because he might be worth keeping. Nah, he's kind of rough. Finally, a freaking breakout, dude. Finally. Oh, no, this wasn't what I thought it was. I thought I skipped the week. I already checked, Charky. 100% is not Superstar Dev. I thought it was Cisco and that he finished it. And, of course, we lose to the Texans on top of it. Well, I mean, at least, hey, it turns out Cisco is still going to be star 10k XP. But, yeah, Chark, yeah, just be happy you got the freaking 4k XP because, yeah, you're kind of going back down to star, buddy. I thought it was already the next week, and it wasn't. Oh, what a disaster. I'm glad I spent that time looking previously or ahead of time to check out that he was not going to go to Superstars so I could just click it anyways and technically cheat. Great. Oh, come on with these pass rushers. Chason failed too. Newkirk first fail, but still many to come. The division has been bad. It's anyone's shot except for us as the Texans win the division at 9-8. Absolutely nuts, of course. Finishing out kind of strong at 7-10. Yeah, I mean, definitely not the way we wanted to go, but I suppose we turned it around a little bit as we started off really, really poorly. Take a quick glance at the stats, and let me tell you, Trevor Lawrence is not looking that great. I mean, we're running the ball a decent bit, but not that much to make it where Trevor Lawrence is just irrelevant. Something's got to give, because I'm not liking that at all. Defensively, I don't even think we looked at defensive stats, but Josh Allen, 9.5 sacks. I believe in him, so that's why we paid him. Picks, not good. Lambo, my dude. Finally, somebody we paid earning the money. Obviously, James Robinson as well, but still. The only award win we had was Josh Lambo, and the Super Bowl winners, the Niners, who I believe last year didn't even get to 500. I do remember them beating us when they were 5-9, though. That's fun fact. Any dev-ups on offense? Maybe Robinson. Outside of that, though, I don't expect any. Maybe a defender. Newkirk. Okay, I mean, we'll take it. Obviously, should have been star anyways, but we'll take the dev-up for Newkirk. And, yeah, no one. Oh, no, Griffin. I forgot. I think Griffin may have been Superstar once before, and he went back down to star for this Madden. But either way, Superstar dev. Very, very nice stuff. Cisco obviously already had the dev-up. So Moses needs to be replaced. Smoot needs to be replaced. Chason, we definitely have to think about because now he is 24. Failed multiple dev-up chances. All the potential in the world. Good traits. Just not going to get it done for us, I don't think. O-line, we need a tackle to replace Taylor. I know we have Walker Little. That seems like the likely choice IRL. And I will say, he actually has probably better ratings than Jawan Taylor almost already. And he's way less of an overall. I mean, look at these. Like, outside of run block power and impact blocking, he's kind of rough, right? It's not that great, but okay, I mean, a little more eventful than year one, but still not quite what I'm looking for. Time for Jacksonville to move back to a 4-3 or something like that. I mean, I'm not saying anything, just saying. So we still have about 50 mil to work with. Lawrence doesn't need to be re-signed for quite some time, and by that I mean like a few years from now, but we're good for now. I don't think we're a team that... I don't remember to look at the... Oh, maybe I did. Actually, I might have. I was about to say, I don't remember to, put the college scouting off of auto very often. Oh, Lord. Oh, Lord. That is a lot of nothing. Okay, so this is going to be a little bit more challenging than normal. Sweet. I will say, though, there's positions we don't actually need. So, wide receivers, I mean, it's a need. But there's, other than like somebody that looks blatantly good, there's really no point in scouting them anyways. So, yeah, this is going to be a fun one. I scouted one wide receiver, Julius Can, late first. Can you say gem? Hopefully. All right, so we can officially look at free agents after I sold. Everyone always goes for Matthew Ioannidis, like the AI being that, they never share him. And they always pay him too much. And... that, I mean, is kind of true, But I think we can actually pull this off if we really want him. I'm going to keep that offer on. A 2-year 23 for Matthew Ioannidis is not a bad trade. Well, it's not a trade. It's a free agent. Okay, so we get Ioannidis, and we get some backup safety, but we didn't get Bobby Okereke. We offered him a 3-year 25. He didn't want it. Really wanted him because the linebackers are not... I mean, there's like a lot of good linebackers, but they're all like high first-rounders, and we really need one. Do we settle for Nick Kwiatkowski? I don't think that's a smart idea. All right, this could be risky, but we're going to trade to Cleveland. We're going to get 25 from them, 28 this year, and a 4th this year to move back from 11. Hopefully it's worth it for you guys, because I know it's worth it for us. They take a 77 overall middle linebacker. I think we're going to move to around like 18 or 19 until we're left with just one of our choices. And we're admitting massive wins here, as pretty much all of our choices are still here. This guy looks absolutely insane, but we don't necessarily need him. I don't know. I really wish I could just like guarantee Huntington would still be there, but I don't think I can guarantee that. Blair is probably the better player, but he's 23. There's so much talent there. I think we should just wait, because we honestly might not even have to move up at all to grab a player. There's like 5 usable players here, and we're, what, 6 away? Guerrero's insane. We're selling. Never mind. Back up. So we used that 4th round pick that we actually gained, I believe, to move up 4 spots with the Chiefs from 28 to 24, which will be some sort of player. Do we want to go with a lineman? Because we do have this center, Cliff Jones, if I can click over to him, which I would be taking no matter what. We also have Javonte Cook, who looks insane. Ooh, he is a DT type, isn't he? Damn, there's a lot of good talent here. Najee Barker, guaranteed beast. Yeah, we're going to take him. We're going to take him. 74 overall hit, and I say guaranteed, but if he was normal, that would have been an obvious bust. But hey, it was worth the pick for sure. Let's just grab our center here as well, and then debate what we want to do next. The DT type defensive end is gone, but that's fine, because Cliff Jones is ours. And he's a 76 overall hidden, who is 6'5", 319. Might be the starting right tackle. All I know is we have the line for the future. Well, a couple of pieces. We probably will need one more guy. Do we maybe trade Barch over? Because, I mean, he's still good. He's a star dev. It's not easy to get. I mean, it still seems worth it, right? We also need Crockett for a fact. He looks like an absolute beast. The question is he actually a pass rusher? I don't know. We've had these arguments in the past. We don't know sometimes. We traded Barch, a 4th next, and 173 for 65 from the Ravens this year, which I believe will be used on... I actually don't know. This guy? Is this who I wanted? Kenny Milner. We do have the other guy as well. I think you can never have too many pass rushers, though. Kenny Milner is the guy. 75 overall hidden. I will say, I thought he was going to have higher strength, and we could have maybe made the argument for right end, not even outside linebacker, but I think he's going to be outside linebacker for us. We just got a guy, but Crockett's the move, right? Maybe we can put him at middle linebacker, and we can! I told you, not everyone's a damn pass rusher. Of course, you can use him as a pass rusher, but coverage linebacker style, decent enough coverage, 83 jump, catching sucks, no one asked. New middle linebacker number 2, that is a W. A full W. All right, wide receiver time. Julius Can, 73 overall normal. I thought he was going to be way better than that, but I guess not. We traded up with the Steelers, and we're going to grab this Lashley guy who looks like a steal, and he is. And I am still going to start the other guy over him, but man, this could be a sell if he's actually like really good for dev. Took a random quarterback out of the blue just to have a backup, and he's actually not bad. Normal, obviously, but not bad. So I'm curious to see how good Guerrero is, who is a very solid player, obviously. Thought he would have been a little bit faster than that, but solid, hidden development trait. It's literally what Kirk should have been, our last DT. Superstar. Fantastic. But yeah, that was actually a sick draft. I didn't show you guys the devs because they were literally all-star. Hey now. All right, here's the roster for year 3. This thing's kind of zooming along. It's still, hey, I mean, it's taken a long time. Don't remove your like and subscribe. But obviously the offense looks a lot better. We still need more players for the future, though, on the O-line because Robinson's not guaranteed. Barker will, play one of the spots, but Linder, Norwell could be gone. Once again, Robinson we just mentioned. We at least have 3 starters, though. Of course, we have the quarterback. We, of course, have the tight end. We have 1 wide receiver. Chenault is still, questionable. Same with Clifford. Running backs are locked in. Defensively, we have the inside. We have all the linebackers, actually. We have Newkirk, Hamilton probably for the future, Ioannidis for 2 more years. Safety, Semo. I mean, it looks good. The team looks like, hey, it might be actually a good roster. Hey, he's done it. 161. The boy Chark is legitimately, watch it, will actually break and be like, oh, I didn't try hard enough. I'll do better next time. But he actually did it. What did he tell us? He told us he was going to do it. Last time it was a lie. This time it's a real. 3 breakouts, and we did none of them successfully. But what we can do is successfully re-sign some really good players. Miles Jack is one of those players, a 4-year deal, making him 31 at the end of his contract. Is fully worth it. Shaquille Griffin, he's like, hey, I want 1 year. You're getting 2. Congrats. CJ Henderson, a guy in real life, don't know where he's going to land. Is he going to stay here? What's going to happen? But obviously here we know 11 per. Chenault is an interesting guy. 3-year 20. I might actually just pay that rather than pay all time. It kind of depends on... Yeah, I'm not really liking the way he's playing right now, so I'm going to give him the 3-year 19. If it works out for us, sweet. If it doesn't, it's only a 3-year. And then Norwell, we're going to let go most likely. Devon Hamilton, not the hardest position to fill. Not the greatest looking player. He's very smart, which gets his overall going, but block shed and power move, definitely not that great. I don't know. Definitely not Cam. Chase on, we've replaced. Okay, so we're losing some players. We're keeping others. Devon Hamilton for 3-year 23. He's going to get some offers in free agency if we let him go, but I think we have to. Cisco with 2 tackles for a loss, which I believe is enough for him to get this breakout, if I'm correct. We're also going 6 and 4. Not too bad. And there he is, Cisco. Slow start, really good finish. Headed to the playoffs, and we have secured a 12-5 season. We went with the Patriots offensive scheme because I wanted the tight end to get involved a lot. So we'll see how good that turned out for us. Obviously, the record turned out really well. I do not know about the stats and awards, though. So stats and awards, Trevor Lawrence still kind of lacking, but good enough. Rushing was really good. Receiving, the tight end didn't get involved. Chark, solid again. Chenault, better. Clifford, not bad. Rivers was good. It's just, not as good as I'm looking for. Lineman, iffy. Only 1 guy over 100 tackles. Didn't change the defensive stuff. Allen with 10.5. Milner, the rookie, with 8. 7.5 for Ioannidis. 7 for Newkirk. Jack with 5. Not bad at all. Really wish we could have focused a little bit more on some of the, 1 or 2 receivers rather than everyone getting involved. Also, that run game, though. I mean, a lot of yards. As far as awards go, probably wouldn't have won anything other than rookie stuff. Yeah, Milner. And, Milner was the only guy. But the playoffs. And not even just the playoffs, but 12-5. Must have been like the 2nd team on the list, right? We were the 3rd. Okay, 2nd. Not good enough for 2nd at 12-5. That's insane. But either way, we're in the playoffs. It's all that matters. And it's not that hard of a team, it seems. But yeah, here we go. All right, here we are going up against the Cincinnati Bengals, 84 overall. This is a matchup that I would actually not like to see. Well, actually, I would like to see because I actually kind of want to see both of these teams do well. But one of them has to go home if they play each other. But I suppose if they each played a different team, they could both go home. So we'll take what we can get. 7, I'll definitely take what we can get as we're up 24-7. We are on par to building one of the greatest teams ever assembled. Obviously, it'd be really nice to win it here because obviously Trevor Lawrence is going to be needing a contract rather soon. But 49-14, at least we know that he's worth it. I mean, to be fair, hear me out. These are long videos. I sometimes have to come back to these videos, all right? So don't yell at me if I don't remember where the hell we are for a good, 5 minutes in the video. Leave me alone. But I think he needs a contract still. I don't think we paid him yet. Like, this would be going on to year 4, so I would imagine he had 4 years on his contract, right? You know, it's kind of like a rookie thing. Which, speaking of, throw power. Damn it, that was just awful. That is not a good upgrade at all. And our dreams are about to be dashed. It is snowing. I suppose teams do run the ball more in the snow. We should have a better run game, but let's be honest, it's probably not the way it's going to go. But it is what it is. We're coming out with the belief we can win. We did all right. 7-all. 10-7. 13-7. 14-13. 21-13. 21-all. Hey, 21. Okay, I mean, we got a chance. Down 4. I like it, though. Please. Do we have a chance? We win. Wow, against the Chiefs. That is unbelievable. That is unlikely. As Mahomes played perfectly. Our ground game, of course, ETN was pretty good, I suppose. Trevor Lawrence did have a rushing touchdown. I don't know how we won. We just scored more. I guess that's how that works. We scored more. Wow, great analysis there. AFC rebuilds suck, okay? Let's just call it out as AFC rebuilds suck. Hey, that looks like one of our thumbnails from back in the Niners franchise, which, thinking about it back now, that's pretty bad. I was going to say if we win this and lose in the Super Bowl, I'm going to be so mad, but it looks like that's not going to be a problem. Wait, what? Wait, hello? Did they not just drive down, get a field goal, and then... Oh, they did pick it off. God damn it, Trevor. Well, that was a waste of time. I was about to say, it'd be really sucky to do all of these, win all these crazy matchup games and then lose to the NFC opponent, but I suppose we don't have to worry about that. Did you have... No. The Browns and the Saints, not really super surprising opponents, especially the Browns, since we knew that was going to happen, and the Saints win, so... I guess it could have been worse if that would have been us, but I don't know. Is that a dev up? I think that's a dev up. It is. James Robinson gets to... I know he's like a dual style, but like, of all the things for James Robinson to get, you would give him jukebox? Yeah, we kind of, I mean, they don't kind of dev up very often. Once again, like I said, I'm a little out of the loop here for dev ups, so there's a dev up there. This is probably a dev up, which if it is, that's super clutch. Oh, we already had a dev up. Okay, well, it's still clutch whenever that happened. Cisco must be a dev up. That's got to be a dev up. It's not. Okay, let's just forget anything. Look at those ranks, man. Oh, well, we're going to have to try to replicate it, I guess. So Norwell is there. I don't feel like paying him, though. Man, we're going to lose some pretty quality starters here, but I don't like the state of them, I really don't. So I'm just gonna act like none of that happened. We have about 73 mil, but I think this is the year we will have to pay Trevor Lawrence, so we're gonna act as if we don't really have that because, well, we really don't. CeeDee Lamb, I don't know how the Cowboys allocated their money, but there's a good chance that they actually can't afford CeeDee Lamb, so I'm going to actually take a look at that and maybe even pay him. They still have Amari Cooper, and they have a rookie star or not a rookie star, but he's an 80 overall star. He's young, so I can see why they would let CeeDee Lamb go, and I can see why we would sign him. So we're going to sign CeeDee Lamb, which is a massive, massive win, which will likely free up Chenault from the squad. I don't think we should pay him. We also have Claypool here, who's really sick himself, but we gotta not do that. So this should be CeeDee Lamb. Almost signed Norwell, but just did not need him, thankfully. Well, we could use a tackle. We just don't have the need for an actual guard. Taylor Lewan, a one year, 8.5. Yeah. We trade 30, 94 this, and a third next for 19, which we are going to be taking our second defensive lineman with the name Newkirk. I don't really think he's the best, but he looks good enough. We need a DT, especially a guy that can block shed. That's what he does. That's who we're taking. And I'm glad I was wrong because he's a 77 overall hidden. I mean, the bottom right obviously kind of gave away a little bit, but I did not expect him to be hidden at all. I expected him to be a decent player. We needed a DT. That was my number one focus. That's what we got. And it was a win, simply put. It was a win, and he will be the automatic starter, obviously. And this guard looks pretty clear-cut. But we also do have this center, Danny Hamels, who's probably a little more clear-cut. I don't know, dude. A 5'16". We need a tackle going forward. Lance Donaldson's good. Could play tackle too. I don't know. Me McFadden. Nice. What up? Screw it, Lance Donaldson. Thank you for the hidden. Hidden development trait. Solid. Could still take the center. We'll see where we're at. Wow, we have no picks outside of this till the 7th round. In the late 7th, to be exact. All of our centers are gone. What about Damasio? That guy actually does look like an absolute steal. McCormick also looks like a steal. I think we extend this draft a bit. I did want this DT, but, I don't know exactly what he's going to, deliver for us. So we're going to trade this down to, like, the start of the 4th, maybe. So it was a process to get there, but we got to 1 in the 4th round, and we added, like, a couple of 4ths. I think it was, like, no, it was 1 4th and, like, a couple of 5ths. Evan Gregory looks pretty decent, too, but I think... I like both of these players, but I think we're going to take all of them. Screw it. JR Damasio, Damacchio. Yikes. All right, made a trade up for the more likely to be good center, Chris McCormick, especially out of Wisconsin, and yeah, it's too easy. I wanted the other guy as well because I thought he was going to be maybe hidden as well, but I guess it's just the guys that are, super obvious. And then we could also take this running back. It's not a quarterback. Thank you very much. Yeah, we're trade up for the running backs. We actually have to pay ETN, and I do not know if we're going to. All right, Earl McLeod, it says that he's an elusive back, which is just not true, but he looks good anyways. 73 overall. Hidden, actually. Oh, my. Oh, my. It'd be so disappointing seeing that injury. Of course, there's like +4 to injury now with the staff stuff. You can get +2 with the bye week. So if he can just survive year 1, he's great. But man, he looks good. I think we paid James Robinson, but if we didn't, I would actually debate just making this guy the starter. Like, he looks solid. I'm curious to see the dev. I think we will actually trade off ETN. We haven't really used them that much anyways. Let's take a look at the draft recap. None of the guys are going to be start. Well, the DT's going to start. None of the other players are going to start. They're all going to be backups. But let's take a look at the DT, see where we landed. Maybe we got ourselves a god. We only start. Man, I could never hit a superstar X Factor DT. I know it's a lot to ask for, but, like, I just want one. A decade of an X Factor DT would be pretty sick. Lance Donaldson, thought that guy might have been superstar. Was not. Chris McCormick. This guy looks like a true center, which I suppose we actually do need to replace this season, so not a bad pick there. He'll stay at center. We should have probably just moved the guard to tackle already. And then McLeod, going to be our number 2 running back. Looks like a beast, honestly. Like, this guy looks, he's probably going to be star, but looks really good. Let's change his number to, like, I don't know, 27. That looks pretty good. Leonard Fournette. We trade Travis Etienne to the Dolphins for 45 and 109. Of course, an instant starter over there. So here's the roster for Season 4. We did end up paying Chenault, but I remembered it was actually kind of a cheap deal. And it actually kind of works out. I actually like him as the number 3. Better to get the ball in his hands quick and early in the slot and let him work with it. Everyone else can just be the true number 1 and 2 guys. Having 2 number 1 wide receivers, definitely not bad. Definitely not bad. As far as everything else goes, though, obviously Robinson's a god. Lawrence is playing pretty well. Rivers is on his way. The O-line looks really good. It's kind of set as well for the future. And we have our center and left tackle for the future. It's got to wait for the elderly men to move on. And then as far as, sounds like I'm talking about death. And then defensively, outside of Matthew Ioannidis, if we can afford everyone, we should be good for some years. Shaquille Griffin, of course, maybe replace him, but it looks good to me. So we have re-signings. Trevor Lawrence is one of them. You gotta give him. That's kind of half the point of doing this for this long, right? Is seeing how well he turns out. Some of the other contracts, Lambeau, we'll keep him around for one more year. The rest, though, I don't know. I think Ioannidis we can replace. Linder we can replace. We've already got the replacements in place, speaking of. And I think another 7-year deal is in order for a superstar development trade player. 55 mil, 7 years for a safety. It's all right. Tyson Campbell, he's pretty damn good man corner. We'll give him a 3-year deal as well. everything's all in well in the world until the money runs dry, of course. Just like me and my ex-wife. All right, let's see how we turned out. Really good start to the season. Did we finish strong? And we did at 12-5. Show you guys that we didn't like force any wins or anything crazy like that. Didn't see Lawrence's name on the list, though, which is kind of surprising. Top 3 quarterback for I would assume top 3 team, but I guess not. Let's take a look at those numbers. Maybe he was just short, or maybe he just had like a really bad season. We'll see right now. And, yeah, I mean, not a great season. Of course, Robinson did have a great season. Shenault, really? Shenault was the number 3 guy like across the board, but apparently the number 1 performer at wide receiver for us. Well, Chark, technically, those yards per catch are pretty insane. I mean, it led to a good season. That's really all I can ask for. Taylor Lewan was a really good addition. Looking at tackles, only one guy. I mean, tackles are kind of low. Sack totals, Josh Allen was great. Milner was rough. Newkirk was decent for a rookie. Not really liking the sack numbers. Picks are, they are what they are. Lambo got blocked twice, missed 3 total, so okay numbers there. And outside of Robinson, I can't imagine we would have won anything, but hey, I'd still like to see Robinson with the win. And did he? He did not. He's number 4. Jeez. Okay, I mean, sure. Let's see if we can win it. Obviously, this is a very long rebuild, so we're going to have to skip out unless we get to the Super Bowl. And we lose the very first week, of course, against the Broncos. I don't even know what their overall was. I kind of just glanced at it. But let's take a look. 24-41. And yikes, Lawrence. Could you kindly F off, pal? Niners versus Chiefs Super Bowl, and the winner is the Chiefs again. Let's take a look at our potential dev-ups. Outside of Robinson, I don't expect to get one, though. And not even Robinson. Not even Robinson goes up in dev. That is harsh. Allen appears to be an X-Factor. I'd imagine he was a superstar before. It's a huge upgrade. Already regressing? Jeez, that's harsh. Okay, I mean, sure, man. Richard. So Linder's still looking really good, dude. I don't know. I mean, he's an 82 overall. You take away the bonuses, and he still looks like a god. How is that an 82 overall? How is he not re-signing? That's not too much more, but how is that an 82 overall? Is speed and agility that important? 83 awareness, but 85 impact, 85 lead block, 83 finesse, 84 finesse, 86 power, 90 run block, 86 block pass block, 84 run block power, 88 strength. 82 overall. I mean, I'm keeping him. Actually, how good is our other guy before I do anything? These guys, I did have them on focus, training and all that, so, I mean, they could be pretty decent. Yikes. Donaldson looks a little more ready. Chris McCormick, that was an awful year. I'm keeping him. I think we keep him. Linder is, I mean, that's, Damn, dude, 12 mil is a lot, though. Yeah, whatever, 13 mil. Keeping him. He's too good to pass. All right, so David Bakhtiari is there. He's probably getting paid a lot. I'm just going to base offer. So 41 mil, 115 offer. I mean, that's pretty fair money, actually, to be fair. Not going to sign him, obviously. We just paid money for our center, who I now regret after seeing David Bakhtiari in there. Fletcher Cox. Not bad, actually. We might actually offer him because we let Matthew Ioannidis go. 10 mil. We would be the front runner. Fletcher Cox is an X factor. He's more, athletic, even though he's older. I like that. I like a $10 million, last chance Fletcher Cox. Clellan Ferrell, if he actually was 277, 90, whatever. But he's not, so, we'll let it, slide, I suppose. Really good player, though. He's 28. I thought he was 26. Okay, I mean, 28's not that bad, but it is, it's a difference maker. It's definitely, different. At least Henderson's a decent overall now because he's now the number 1, technically. Another Shaquille. I think that's probably what we're just going to keep everything else. And I think we have a good squad if we add Fletcher Cox. Well, I suppose this kind of spoils it for me, but I guess you can get hidden development rookies because obviously this guy is a hidden development punter. Of course, that's what I meant. Auntie Montague, interesting name. And I don't know how old this guy is. He's 24. Apparently he's 100. That's actually a joke. A whole like 15 to 20 points on everyone and we don't get him. That is such a joke, dude. We get the punter, but I don't give a damn. So we pay Stephon Tuitt a 1 year 4.5, and I know you're like, 83 overall, but he's actually still really good. I mean, I don't know if I'm just like valuing the wrong, ratings, but he looks good. Take away the temporary boost, 86 power move, 88 block shed, still 71 speed, 80 excel, 91 strength, 90 awareness, 87 play rec, 83 tackle. I don't understand where these overalls come from. I don't get it. Of course, that injury. Oh my god, his injury sucks. How is his injury so bad? Does he just never play in real life? That is awful. I'm so sad. I was actually like thinking up a trade for our Dolphins franchise to get him, and I don't want him anymore. That's like, I'm not a huge like, oh, injury really sucks type of thing, but 75 injury, 78 toughness this many years down the line. What does he start with? That's bad, dude. Damn it. Like, what has he like played? Like 4 games in the last 3 seasons or something? Like, that is really bad. Okay, we still might draft a D-end or a /DT because there's a solid one, but there's 2 of them that are kind of like mid-first type talents. If they're there at like 9, we might make a trade up. I'd rather make a trade up to 9, get a good player, than to just sit here and not grab anyone. That would have been a big sell. I don't know if the Falcons need this position, but Manny Mays, which reminds me of Billy Mays, looks unbelievably talented. I mean, that is insane. So I will be trading up to number 9 no matter what it costs. So we trade 23 this, 55 this, and 61 next for pick 9 from the Falcons, which of course will be Manny Mays, who, if he's not a god, I don't know what to tell you. There's a good chance, though, he is normal, just because like how good he looks base. But we're going to take him, Manny Mays, and he's not normal. 76 overall hidden. Oh no, I reached one spot. I don't know how I'll live with myself. 83 speed, 88 excel. This guy is a talent. 86 strength, a little lower than I would have liked, but this guy looks good. It's a win. We also did have Ronnie Blue, who's like similar to that guy and may even be better, but I just wanted Manny. I just wanted him. We're going to go down to the Bears, gain 44 and 108, which I think we can still land a center, which can play, whatever position for us. I think there's a Bobby Brown. He looked really good too. He's 23. I was going to go with him, but I think Justin Gardner's just as good. We're going to take him, hope for the best, and normal dev, 75 overall, very good, but yeah, that's a bit of a no. This guy looks kind of raw, but we're going to take him. Greg Thurston, 65 overall. Wow, what a pick. We had a lot of 4th-round picks. We traded all of them, a 5th and a 6th, for a 3rd, a 4th, and 2 5ths next year from a team that might not play too well, so I'm feeling good about that. And our last pick is going to be a fullback, Quincy Still. Yeah, I was surprised he was still here when we took him. All right, Manny Mays. We got to check him and the guy that we missed. What's his name? Like Blue or something like that. Please be something. Okay, I'll take it. Superstar. I just want him to be a higher dev than the other guy. We'll see if he is. 98 looks pretty good. Let's see. The other guy looked really talented as well. Where is he? And his name is Ronnie Blue. Pick 18. Hidden development trade as well. Stronger. Slightly worse power move. I didn't look at the the traits or anything like that, but if he's higher than Star, that was an L. That was simply an L. We traded up quite a bit to get our guy, and this guy looks just good, maybe even better. And yay, Superstar as well. And I just looked at our guy has worse traits. Oh, that guy was better. 100% way better. But I'll stay. Our guy's still good. We'll see who has the better career in the end, huh? Punk. All right, here's the roster for it. It says year 5 now. Lamb is now the number 1 as Chark. I wouldn't say regressed. I think I actually would say that he legitimately did. But, Lamb gets better. A little bit of a rough, short to medium route guy. CeeDee Lamb, let's see his ratings, of course. Really solid medium, really solid deep. Short routes also lacking, but insane. Things are looking good. The team is looking better than ever. Sammy Rivers is looking better than ever. He's getting there in a super mismatch. O-line isn't maybe as good as last year technically, but the future is bright. Looking at the defensive side of things, middle linebacker, I think I'm going to raise the sliders a little bit because Crockett and Lashley, they've been kind of in the starting role for a while now, and they just haven't developed at all. Cornerbacks, kind of the last year of elite cornerback play because obviously Shaquille Griffin will be gone. And then looking at the safeties, maybe need to upgrade those, sliders a little bit as well. I just didn't want to make them too high for a, long-term rebuild because, of course, then it kind of defeats the purpose. But, yeah, you can see that it's definitely taken a little bit longer than it probably should. This season has not been super great. Sammy Rivers needs a contract. Absolutely take my money. 7 years, 60. Shaquille, sorry. Malik, sorry. Lambeau, probably not going to be re-signed. Newkirk, I thought was kind of like one of the anchors on this D-line, but that contract's kind of telling me, hey, he's kind of 50-50 path. Obviously re-signing him, though. Some of these contracts are really confusing. Also confusing that he has 61 run block. I don't know what the hell that's about, but of course, it hasn't seemed to affect us one bit, so I can see this team lasting a long time because we're paying a lot of really big players, a lot of role players, well, not even role players, but big role players, not that much money, all things considered. So, yeah, we'll have to replace some DBs for sure. I think we can handle all of this, though. Is there anything wrong with this picture to you guys? Is there just anything? Just, maybe look at those little, circles with the color green on it. Maybe there's nothing wrong at all. I don't know, but is there anything wrong to you guys? No? Okay, me neither. And headed to the playoffs, are we even going to be in them? And we are not. 8-9, just barely missed taking the division. The division winner was 8-9, speaking of. Let's take a look at that schedule from a team that has all the talent in the world. Can't make the playoffs, apparently. What an L. Jeez, EA. Do better. Please. Change the scheme halfway through the season as we were literally 2-6 or something ridiculous. It turned it around, but it wasn't enough. I went from the Patriots to Green Bay. Trevor Lawrence's numbers were better. Robinson's touchdowns were worse, but I believe his yards per carry might have been better. I think he was either 5.1 or 6.1. Lamb could go to superstar. Chark, not bad. Chenault, good. Everyone kind of played pretty well as expected. Donaldson's first season as a starter, not super great, but good enough. Miles Jack is just balling out. Newkirk could go to superstar. Which one, though? That's the question. Josh Allen was awful, though. Did not change the defensive scheme, but defense definitely just seemed to play worse in general. I'm not sure why that was, but definitely fact without a doubt. Any award wins? Any? Henry Ruggs of the Jets, new team. I saw him in free agency as well. Glad to see it work out, but what didn't work out is the season. It was just a bad season. Did not work out at all. Niners versus Browns, and the winner of this one is the Niners, so they get their back-to-back trip, and they actually win it this time. Let's take a look at any potential dev-ups. I don't imagine other than maybe Lamb, and he does. That's pretty clutch, actually, especially since he's 27 now. Superstar development trade ends up getting mid-in elite with red zone threat. That's actually really good. Those are some pretty sick abilities. Looking at the defensive side of things, and DevOps, Newkirk did go to superstar, and that's actually pretty clutch. We just paid him as well. Absolute win, under pressure with unpredictable. Interesting. Yeah, Stephon Tuitt is kind of a beast. He's still here. He's maybe he retires here, but he regressed, so I imagine he didn't, right? So, negotiations. Tuitt would be on the list if he didn't retire, which he didn't. He's still, let's take a look at the block shed. Let's take a look. 87 block shed, 85 power move. It's the damn injury that makes me sad, though. Lambeau, I suppose we'll give him another year. He's going to decline it, but, we don't have the tag use, so... Oh, he's... Okay, fair enough. He is getting paid a lot of money, though, in fairness. So, replace those DBs. Center, we already have a replacement for. We can handle it. Like I said, we can handle it. So we have 52 mil to work with. We need a safety. We need a corner. Anyone there? Oh, who's this? Darren Kelly, 317, 6'3". We need that position. Maybe not that much, though. Oh, my. Is he an edge? Where would you play him? I feel like he'd be better as edge, but I don't know. That X-Fact, I mean, he's not that expensive. Lattimore looks like a guy that we will be signing as well. There's some names here. We got to spend carefully. It'll take me a little while to decide on who we want to go with, but there are a lot of options. All right, so we didn't get Ashton Davis, who was a sneaky little steal. He's superstar development trade. He would have been a 2-year 7.5, super fast, super talented. But we did get Marshawn Lattimore, of course, a 1-year, I don't even know, like 17 mil deal. Could get another year. I don't know how hard he's going to regress. Only star, and he's a 90 overall, so it could go down to like 84, 85. I don't know. But an improvement of a team already. You know, Malik Hooker was okay, but Lattimore is definitely right now better than Shaquille Griffin was. So I can't see the screen, which is pretty cool. But hopefully our cornerback's there. He's a mid-first talent grade. At pick 15, you're not going to get a franchise corner very often. So if he's there, I'm going to trade up to the Texans, who may also need a corner themselves. And he is still there. I know 180 is a little low, but look at this guy. I mean, he's worth the risk. Moving up to number 9 here. Again. Back-to-back years. Worked out last time. We'll see if it works out this time. 15, 79, 104 this year for pick 9. And we're going to be taking Walt Tapp. Could actually be the replacement for Lattimore. Might not even re-sign him if this guy's halfway decent. And I imagine he will be. I'd say 77 overall star. Maybe only normal. And 77 overall. Okay, as we expected. But hidden... Could be star once again, but looks really good. The speed, the catching, the everything but block shedding, absolutely nutso. This tackle looks pretty solid too, but a lineman, we've got a bunch of those guys. There's 2 safeties, and I think we'll probably just go until one of them's gone. Mid-third and a mid-third, so that works out pretty well. We can probably just go to the third round and then trade up once one leaves. Unless there was one that was kind of better. Maybe we will just trade up. I don't know. I like the idea of just, waiting until one's gone, so then you're basically stuck with one, and you save as much possible. They're both good. I mean, I honestly think they're dead even to me. This guy is mid-first. He's he's taller. Technically, he's better, but this guy does have, a little bit better the combine grade stuff, I think. Actually, I don't know if that's true. Nah, Higgins is definitely better. But once again, I really don't have a preference. I lied. I definitely want Higgins more, but I don't want to pay for him. Oh, there we go. I mean, it works out for us because we'll trade up to the Cardinals now and land Higgins. Boom. Land ourselves our future starting, not even futures, current starting free safety. Please be halfway decent. That's all I ask of you. Glenn Higgins, give it to me. And he's a god. 75 overall hidden. Talented, a little bit slower than I would have actually thought, but 91 speed is, as long as it's not 87 speed, definitely a win. Really big arms, too. He's a beast. We trade 136, 132, and 111 for 75. It was definitely a little bit of a win for us, but I suppose they're getting quantity over quality. It kind of depends on what they have going for themselves. But this DT is one of the bigger needs going forward. Looks like a beast. This could be a huge steal. And only a 73 overall. I'm going to be honest, that is hugely misleading. Obviously still a talent, but that is misleading. I mean, those potentials are like first round caliber. I am really shocked that he didn't turn out to be either a higher overall and or even, dev'd. That's a little bit of a shocker. I'm surprised. That looked really good. Linebacker might be an option for us. Jerry Doss. Also very good. Is there an option to get both of these guys, maybe? We don't really need the safety that much. We're just going to move on to our middle linebacker pick. He went to the Bears, Jerry Doss. 6'7", and a 7th next year for 144. That should be pretty much dead even fair. And let us see what this linebacker looks like. Looks like a decent bit of a steal. Could even be hidden. I don't think he will be, but we'll see. And he is 69 overall hidden. And looking at those grades, I'm actually surprised he's that fast. I actually thought he would be a little bit slower than that, but that's a win. That's a simple win. Will he ever be anything for us, though? I don't know. I really don't. Unless he's superstar, probably not, but it allows us to probably let go of one, if not both, of the backup middle linebackers that we had that just did not develop. All right, 4 players, and they were actually pretty good players. Walt Tapp will be the new number 3 corner, potentially the number 2 corner next season. What number is he wearing? Number 22. I'm all right with it. And superstar. That's a win. Definitely a win. Glenn Higgins, the new starting free safety over, Malik Hooker, who is gone now. I don't even know where he went. See what we get. A star development trait, number 39. And then John Davis. I'd be willing to bet the house on that this guy will only be star, but maybe we get lucky. Who knows? He is, only star. Let's take a look at that Bears safety. I mean, it really doesn't matter. We don't need a safety that much right now, but Jerry Doss, 70 overall normal. Decent, but nothing way to miss out. We trade Lashley and a 6th-round pick to the Bears for their 3rd-round pick. Definitely a win for both teams. We know they love their linebackers, and Lashley's good. He just really hasn't had much of a chance because he's 1 year older. We've been starting Crockett. Neither of them really developed, but, I mean, he gets a new home, I suppose. The fact that there's a 93 overall Harrison Butker here really makes me sad. $2 million for him, and he's just sitting there. Yeah, maybe our punter kicker slider is a little too high. Presley Arvin, look at him. Normal development trait. God. Is this year 6 now, I believe? I mean, I'm losing track of time. The offensive line's looking pretty solid. Obviously, we're going to have to pay Cliff Jones this season, which is going to be an L, but he's worth every penny. Right guard we paid. Left guard is probably also this season. Yes, he is. Najee Barker. Not as good, but still working out pretty well. It's a good team. We can afford everyone. I'm happy with it. Defensively, Crockett might be replaced by Davis next season. Crockett needs a contract. Depends on how much he's asking for. Henderson, of course, is the number 1. Lattimore comes in as the number 2. It's a good team. There's a little bit low overall some places, but obviously we're young still. So overall, we should have the greatest outlook of every team. So Miles Jack was considering retirement, and now it seems he's cool because we've been winning a little bit, so good. Our re-signings... Oh, I forgot about Milner. Oh, my Lord, Milner. The Milster. The Millmeister. Oh, man, let's just get rid of the... let's sign the guys we know for a fact we're keeping. So Cliff Jones, that's a 7-year deal. Franchise tackle, maybe on the wrong side, but still franchise tackle nonetheless. Najee Barker. Yeah, we already signed him as well. I'm not going to give him as much, though. I think I'm going to give him a 5-year deal. Just because. Crockett, a 3-year 14. Yeah, we'll give him a 4-year 20, just about. Happy to resign. Julius Can. A Bonner. It's like Boner with an extra N. Chenault last time, cheap contract. This time, not so much. Milner, I don't think deserves that much. That's kind of a scam. Okay, that's also kind of a scam. A 5-year 70 for how he's played is fair. And, of course, he's not willing to take it. He's on paper really solid, but he sure as hell hasn't played like it. I mean, look at these numbers. 8-year 1, hey, not bad. 6, 4.5, 4. Come on, man. You're asking for too much, especially when you look at the other side and you got Josh Allen there. This better be nothing but positives because we've been winning left and right here. I seen long year. I thought he was going to say this has been a long career. Relax, Miles. You're looking all right. It's week 15 and he has 4.5 sacks. So what I am going to do is sign him to a 6-year deal worth whatever the hell he wants. I can't remember what it was. I'm just going to make it whatever. Oh, my God. I should have given him the 5-year 109 and then edited it down to a 5-year 70. All right, he accepted, but obviously that's going to be changed to a 5-year 70 because he's absolutely not playing up to that contract at all. He'd be lucky to get a 3-year at this rate, let alone a 5-year. Titans very close on our heels. Please win. We do. We still have to play, and it's the Titans we actually play, but we get back to the postseason. We're back to 12-5. Things are looking good. This could be the year. Why wouldn't it be? Come on, please, Jacksonville. Let's do this thing. Let's take a look at the stats and awards. So, very good numbers for Trevor Lawrence this season. Even better numbers for James Robinson. Maybe even his best of his career. Could go to X Factor. CeeDee Lamb, maybe to X Factor. Probably not, though. Chenault will be gone. Chark, come on. you're going to be gone soon too. Maybe even literally after next season. Milner, I will admit, kind of stepped it up quite a bit, but still, you're getting that 5-year 70. You eat that contract. Josh Allen, 15.5. Mays, 9.5. I mean, he's got talent around him, so I mean, Milner's really not all that. He really isn't. So 5-year 70's fair. Mahomes MVP, back to normality here. And as far as award wins, really not running back of the year. Do they actually look at receiving yards now for running back award or no? Because pure yards, I don't imagine much beat James Robinson. It must have been total stuff, right? As far as numbers, I guess be fair. Only at 11. There's a lot of guys, a lot of numbers actually. But all right, please win one. That's all I asked for, and we get what we asked for. Going against the Bengals, we lost. Did we beat them? I think we beat them once before. Now going against the Patriots, chance at a Super Bowl. Come on, and they lose. No, please, Jacksonville, how could you? Of course, really good performances, and then just an absolute trash fest against the Patriots, which is just, I don't know, it's something. I don't feel like that's the case, but they won, I guess. Who might argue it? Pro Bowl roster can suck my ass. We're going on to the Super Bowl. Patriots versus Buccaneers. Of course, Tom Brady would be long gone by now. And the winner of this one is the Patriots. I accidentally sold. I accidentally skipped past the contract signings. I will say, though, maybe not, because we have 27 mil to work with. Probably do need to just work with what we got rather than sign someone or re-sign someone like Lattimore. This is kind of the window. Like, I'm not saying we're completely done after this season, but this seems to be the season to do it, if not last season. Robinson's 29. If he needs a contract soon, probably not going to give it to him. Chark, 91 overall, but he's 30 now. So, I mean, how many more years does he have left in him? Maybe even the final year for him. Defensively, of course, we lost Lattimore, but we have Tap. Milner does, ironically enough, go to X Factor, so really feeling good about that contract negotiation. Mays goes to X Factor, which is super clutch. Really good pick for us there. Really wonder how the other guy is turning out, but I mean, okay, fair enough. Henderson regressed a little bit as well, 28 years old now. This is the year. I'm telling you, this is the year. So yeah, I'm not really too mad that we didn't get Lattimore back, because of course, at the end of the day, Tap is a superstar, and Lattimore wasn't. Simply put, anyone we need, Adams would be kind of cool. Morris Price, kind of want to see how he's an elusive back, but he's, okay, fair enough. He's actually really sick, super fast. Tyron Matthews still really good. Lattimore's 87 overall, so yeah, I don't really mind it. Yeah, I don't think there's anyone we're going to be paying here. Ali Marpit's looking good. Lavishka Chenault getting some contract offers. Hopefully he turns out to be a number one wherever he goes. Yeah, I think we're going to save our money, which is probably the only option, let alone a smart option. Also, we need a new kicker. So outside of kicker, we're going to be saving our money. Like, I get not everyone has to be a green talent grade, but like, this is why we draft centers mainly to play tackle. Like, what do you expect me to do? Take these guys that are projected higher than their talent grade? Like, it's just, we know how Madden works. If we take any of these guys, there's a chance they're hidden, but we're better off just like betting on the centers. We are. I mean, this is atrocious. Like, look at the difference. What's the difference between these tackles and centers? I wonder. Is there some color difference? I don't know what it is. Okay, that's not what I meant. Like, there just happen to be a lot of white guys at center. To fairness, there's a lot of white guys at tackle. The green, that's the color I'm talking about, obviously. We got Jason Sanders on a 2-year 9, I believe it was. I can't remember. Wide receiver is a D rank? I mean, how many wide receivers do you need? Like, of course, it's one of the positions that we actually have looked at quite a bit, but yeah, we have a bunch of second-rounder guys. Obviously, this Glenn Edwards looks insane, but do we really want to make a play at another corner? I don't know. Yeah, we do, probably. Why do they give me so many options? I have Glenn Edwards here at 29 still. I was literally going to let him go just to get the DT. The DT's there. Freaking James Brown is there. I don't know who to take. I really don't. I feel like we need the DT more going forward. but I just don't know. Like, we have to pay Newkirk, and I don't know if I want to pay him. He's good, but I don't know. I mean, we can't afford everybody, right? So we're going to lose someone. It would probably be a position where we have a lot of good defensive linemen. I think I'm going to take the DT. It's really tough, but I'm going to take him. Jaleel Reynolds, please be a good player. Should have taken the corner, huh? Or the wide receiver, or just anyone else. Damn it, that's a sell. All right, Chris Aldridge, late second round is our pick. And he's a 73 overall hidden. Wow, shocker. Good center. Never seen it. And now we're going to be taking Johnny Shelton. Could be a replacement for Josh Allen in the future. Looks pretty decent. And definitely not right out the gate, I'll tell you that, but maybe. All right, can never have enough good middle linebackers. We're going to be taking Xavier Crawford late in the 4th round. And, wow, he's not good at all. So, yeah, definitely not the greatest of drafts. Chris Aldridge, I don't know what position he'll play in the future for us, but we'll see. Maybe even just play center. So we, I think, have to pay our center now. Star Dev, yikes. Let's take a look. We had 3 choices. How bad do we make? I already know the wide receiver is going to be decent, but he was 5'9". I didn't really need a wide receiver that bad. But Glenn Edwards, hidden development trait, fast. Zone coverage, could play safety if Cisco needs to be. I think he's fine. I think he's like 27, 28 superstar. Please be bad. Yay, superstar. Woo, 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 woo. And then for that wide receiver, he went this late? He went this late? I love how he's a +2 temp, -2 morale. So it's just like, why not just say, okay, he's 77 overall. But let's take a look at his dev star. Should have went with the corner. Definitely should have went with the corner. We made the worst choice by a mile. I don't even know if that guy will be like on the team as a star. I don't know, dude. It's just, I'm just unhappy with it. Okay, it happened. It is what it is. We have to deal with these decisions. It is now, I believe, year 7, and to put in perspective of where we are in real life with recording this, unfortunately, CJ Henderson actually just got traded. Completely irrelevant here. Sorry if you were, a Jaguars fan and you wanted a realistic experience or a more realistic experience, because obviously we cannot replicate that. I'm not going to waste 7 seasons worth of recording just for one cornerback. I mean, it definitely helps us to have Henderson, but it hasn't helped us enough to win a Super Bowl. So at the end of the day, I don't care. The worst part of all this is I can't remember half the time of where we left off. So going forward, I need to definitely trade players off before I stop, because I feel like I have a lineman that I said I was going to trade, and I just didn't trade them, and it's going to be really painful to edit. So Miles Jack has a 2-year deal worth $24 million. I thought we were going to get rid of him. I do not remember. Chark I want to tag, but I'm going to be honest, that contract's going to be a lot. Ross Newkirk, I think we have a replacement for him, but yeah, he's good, so I don't know. Let's go for everyone else first. So Lance Donaldson, tackle. How does he look? Could be better. Could obviously be worse, so we're going to take him for a 4-year 48. Fair enough. McLeod, not bad backup. You know what? Actually, that's good money. We're going to give him a 5-year deal worth 19, about 20 mil. Give it to us. He's a backup, could play starter. In real life, I would say he probably holds out if he plays starter and doesn't get a new contract, but, we'll deal with that when we get there. Of course, McCormick must have been the guy that I was going to trade. I will say, though, it doesn't look super great. Probably shouldn't even start here. And yeah, we still have the debate on these guys. Miles Jack, 2-year deal. I mean, if he goes down to an 89 overall, that's fine. But if he drops any further than that, this could be a really bad contract. But he's very good. Let's give him the contract. And then Char, can I do a 2-year instead, good sir? 2-year, guarantee a little bit more money? No, I cannot. And Newkirk, I think I'm just going to let go, honestly. Actually, let's see how he's playing. I mean, he's all right. He's done well, especially since he's a run-stopper guy. But, yeah, we're going to let him go. You can't keep everyone. Headed to the playoffs, and we do keep the division at 11-6. Take a quick look at the schedule. You know what? We can't. I'm going to show it here, but going forward, we can't. Got to not show it. This video is already too long enough the way it is. It's already 3.5 hours. I already know it. But Trevor Lawrence, yikes. What are these numbers? 23-11. Okay, we're going to be changing the scheme, it seems. good rushing numbers, in fairness. Lamb could go to X Factor, which would be clutch. Chark, well, we gave him that. We didn't actually give him the contract. Maybe it's time to move on. Sack totals 19 for Allen, 10.5 for Milner, 8.5 for Newkirk, 6 for the Newkirk we're letting go. Manny Mays still really hasn't developed super well, but I mean, he is an X Factor, so he's going to develop well, but he's not consistent yet. MVP from my homeboy. Any award wins at all. CeeDee Lamb and Josh Allen. Of course, unless it's the Super Bowl, we will be simming it, because that's just the way it goes. Going against the Baltimore Ravens, 5 overall boosts on them, and that means nothing to no one. The season, just like that, is already gone. So between the Ravens and the Buccaneers is a win for the Buccaneers. Of course, we play the Super Bowl champion team, or Super Bowl runner-up on the very first game of the playoffs. Gotta love that. Of course, this is something you literally have to love. CeeDee Lamb going up in dev. Yeah, he regressed, but he should be fine for some more years. Defensively, any dev-ups? Milner, I think, was already an X Factor, right? Be pretty freaking insane if he wasn't. And then left end Newkirk might have only been normal. No, okay, I mean, I can't keep track of these, right? Like, I don't... Okay, relax. So we have to pay Robinson next season, which we will not be doing. Lamb, we will be doing. Sanders depends on how much he's asking for. Mays, if we can afford him. Chark, probably not going to be doing that. And then Josh Allen is done after this. Even though he's been insane, absolutely insane, that regression point is quite a bit, and he's not even really an elite pass rusher anymore. 87 finesse, he's kind of borderline, just not worth it. Before the negotiations, a 3-year deal. I can't. Can I give him a 1 year 18? I mean, that's still good. 1 year 18 with half of it guaranteed. That's pretty close. Take it. 24 mil tag. I mean, I kind of want to give it one last go, but at the same time, I feel like he was not great. Yeah, screw him. I mean, I love you, Chark. I'm sorry, we just can't afford you. It might just be time to draft new players. It's harsh reality, but you sometimes gotta reload. Or you go to free agency and find someone insane. Ventrese Edwards, 93 overall. Oh my God, why did we re-sign the guy we had? What a waste of money. Quiddy Pay, not bad in fairness. Daniil Hunter, Chark, getting an offer. I mean, we've got a lot of players here that we had and now no longer have, unfortunately. Clelin Ferrell looks like a pretty good player. Rashawn Gary, Darnell Savage. I mean, unless it's like a cheap backup, I don't think any of these guys are going to be worth it. Ross Truman, actually. He's actually not bad. He's actually insane, if we're going to be legitimately honest here. That is filth. I would pay that. I mean, how much more is that than an actual just rookie top 20 pick? Like, not much, I'd imagine. The Heisman winner is Eric Jackson. Do you attempt a Julio Jones level trade when you're a team that is given, a pretty good chance to win the Super Bowl? I don't know. You also have this guy who looks really good too. Oh, man, I don't know what it's going to cost. If we can get to pick 4 and he's still there, I think maybe you pull the trigger. So we did get Truman, which I would assume is a win. Like, what is that, 7 mil per year for an 85 overall star? I think it's about 7.8, to be fair. So if he is there at pick 4, maybe we take him. If not, well, best of luck, whoever gets him. Jerry Reed, what a pick. And yeah, Eric Jackson at number 2. Just to be clear, what that would have cost us, just with our projection alone, pick 2, 23, 23, 23. It would have costed us more than 3 first-round picks this year at our evaluation. Let's see, 23 again. So it would have costed us 3 first-round picks if there was, pick 23, 22, and 24, and pick 60. That was not happening. Look at these overalls. 80 overall. 79. Eric Jackson, I think, was a 79. And it was an 80 running back. And now, ever since I mentioned it, they all suck. This is the corner mids first I had on my board, but he was 5'9". So, I suppose. We traded 23 and 119 for pick 20. There is a DT there that looks like a once-in-a-generation type talent there. I just cannot pass on him with good conscience or in good conscience, whatever the freaking word is. Justin Childers, This guy looks insane. I can't wait to get a 77 overall normal. Justin Childers, welcome to the team. Oh my God, I was correct in my first evaluation. Yes, we do not need him. No, we were not dumb for taking that good of a player. And that was my radio voice. I don't know why I decided to speak like that. And our wide receiver is still there, so we're going to be trading up with, Chicago to try and land some player. We go up 55, this, 87, this, and 93 next for 33 from the Bears. I think we still might have won that by a little bit, but I suppose if no one's making your trade offer, getting that kind of value it's kind of fair. As far as what we're going to be taking, the wide receiver looks clear-cut. Want to make sure, and he is. Frank McMahon has got to be the guy. 21 years old, 6'2", looks decent, and he's only normal. This is one of the worst number 2s we've started in a rebuild past 2 seasons, or starting, year 2 or beyond, that we've ever done. I mean, this is going to be bad, but at the end of the day, he's got a lot of potential. Oh, man, there's some talent here. There are some talented individuals, and I have no idea who to take. Do you take for need or do you take for greed? This guy is somebody I think we're just going to have to pass up on. But look at the talent you have here. DT type, kind of an edge type. I don't know exactly what you rank him as because his bench press sucks, but he's so good you can't pass on him, right? I'm just going to tell you, you can't pass on him. It's impossible. 75 overall, which is really shocking with the normal dev, but 84 speed, 88 excel with a 295-pound frame, 6'5". Forget Aaron Donald, that's better. Like, that's actually nuts. But the problem is, nuts doesn't matter in this situation. And there's this tight end that looks super good. But do we make a trade up for a position we just do not need? Dominique Goldsberry. I mean, he just looks so good. Well, it's another player where you just can't tell, right? 4'6", he's 6'3". He doesn't really fit the bill as a wide receiver, but God, he's such a good pick. We trade the Dallas Cowboys, our left guard, Gardner, 80 overall, fourth this, fourth next. Pretty big win for us. Just as big of a win for them. Very fair trade, obviously. But let's grab this tight end. Will we regret it? It doesn't matter. Even if he's an X Factor, it's probably not worth it for us. 74 overall hidden. Very talented player, of course. We expected it, and I still don't think it matters. Because, what do we do with him? I don't know. All right, so the wide receiver, Reynaud, goes to our division rival, and he looked pretty good. I think this other guy looks a little bit better and has the potential to be a number 2 at some point, or maybe a number 1. So we will be making a play for this pick from the Jets. Is this fair? I do not know. Mathematically speaking, 3/5 sounds right. I'm trying to save time here, Kendrick Carey is the choice. Looks really good, actually, and he is a higher overall, but only normal, as well as the other guy we drafted. Insane potential. I mean, look at how fast he is with that change of direction. 6'2", 6'1", also 21 years old. Not bad. A little more raw than the other guy, a little more injury-prone and all that, but he looks good. And really, our other center went right there as well. I'm trading up again. Of course, it will be our final trade-up of the draft, so relax yourself in your realism. We trade him 2/6 this and a 4th next year. It was projected 120. I would assume that was the 4th round we gained. When did we gain a 4th? Oh, yeah, from the Cowboys. Maybe it was our own. I don't know. But Cameron Foote had the higher talent grade, but worse top skills. Still looks good. Give me something good. 72 overall hit, and I hope the other guy is trash. Hope he was trash. Of course, I thought both were good, so they might both be hidden, but yeah, I'm cool with it. Really good draft, obviously. The one position we really needed, though, we did not get a hidden. Both those wide receivers looked absolutely nuts, and neither were hidden. We're taking a kicker for the future. 66 overall, Kenny Wall. What a pick. Just absolute talent. They really bank on you just using players that... do we have a starting spot for this guy? I think this guy sits no matter what his dev is. But be good? Star, damn. But yeah, they really bank on you just not playing long enough for all the kickers and punters to retire realistically. Boone was normal. Goldsberry, no matter what he is not going to start. Maybe even ever for us, so he could just be really good trade fodder. I almost called him batter next season. Star dev, also kind of low dev there. And then the final hidden is Cameron Foote. We have to take a look at that wide receiver. I'm curious about the Colts wide receiver, and then I'm curious about that center. This guy's dev is... also star, which is still good, but Yeah, a little bit of an L. So the Colts, I don't know why I said it like that, took Renaud, normal development trait. Surprised he wasn't fast. I thought he was faster. Very good player, though, obviously. Look at those traits. Insane. And then I do not know where the center went. We'll find him. And then, of course, number 2 overall to the Cowboys, Eric Jackson. Looks pretty damn nuts. Gives me, slightly slower than Julio vibes, but very good. Very good, of course. Take a look at the dev. Anything under X Factor is still really good, but hopefully it's not X Factor is all I can say, and he is superstar. What a talent, though. Here was Bennett, and yeah, of course, he was also hidden. He actually does look better than our guy, but you know what? I'm not mad with it unless he's superstar. If he's superstar, then I'm pissed, and I'm going to blame all of you guys. Yay! I traded one of our backup DTs that were like normal 75 overall, like 23 or 24 for a 4th round. Didn't show it. It's a bad team's 4th round anyways. But this is what the team is for the 8th year. Robinson will likely be gone after this season. Maybe an offensive lineman. Don't know what we can afford. But we got 2 youngsters. I know their overalls aren't great, but they have a high potential. Like this guy looks like he could be a star or better. And of course, he is very talented. And he's young. I mean, he's got plenty of time. Aggressive, possession, run after catch. Just doesn't have the damn feet and bounds straight. I don't think Carey does either. I think he has all the same ones and maybe one extra. Fights for yards and all that. Maybe he's a running back type? They want him at running back? I don't know. Looking at the defensive side of things, of course, Allen's gone after this season. Maybe Henderson, maybe some others. I don't know, but this is not really the year, but it's a good team still. It should be good enough, but as far as do I think this is, still that window? Maybe. But yeah, wide receiver 2 and 3 definitely took a hit. All right, the game of How Broke Are We is now about to commence. A 4-year 87 for Lamb. He's the number 1 wide receiver around here. X Factor, he's worth it. Jason Sanders, that's not bad. How good is he now? Oh, damn, he good. Okay, fair enough. 2-year deal. He can last that long. Manny Mays, how much is it? 3 years. Oof, that's much money, but he's so good. We give Manny Mays that money, though. He's probably not worth it, but it is what it is. Josh Allen's gone. And who's in the front? James Robinson. They're all gone. I love James Robinson, but superstar development trade, how am I going to give him a 4-year deal without, just being a dumb? I can't. All right, headed to the postseason. Let me tell you, a really rough start, followed by a very solid finish, except for losing there. I also want to know, did the Chiefs do it? Did they do it? They did. They went undefeated, 17-0. Oh my. They beat us. It was, I don't even remember what the score was, but they beat us, and that's why I was like, they were at like 14-0 at that point. Trevor Lawrence, we changed the scheme at week 5. It was Green Bay vertical zone. We changed it to Tampa Bay vertical zone. And let me tell you, that worked pretty well. CeeDee Lamb went off. McMahon, if he isn't star, I don't know who is. Sammy Rivers, maybe X Factor. We tested if tight ends can go from star to superstar. It didn't seem to work, but superstar to X Factor, I think in the past has. So I don't know. 2 guys with over 100 tackles. What about Allen? My boy Allen, 9.5 still, but obviously last legs here. Alex Newkirk playing the DT spot, 14.5. Mays at 9.5. Milner at 8.5. Truman at 6.5. Not bad at all. Good interception numbers. Kicking, missed 3, but that's fine. Kick return, punt return doesn't matter. Any award wins? Maybe Trevor Lawrence, the MVP? Damn it. Mahomes. Why? Absolutely cucked. We did get Rookie of the Year, though. That's a scam. All right, 9-8 Titans. Watch us lose. We win. Okay, I like it. Going against the Bengals now, 10-7. Please win. No shot. How do we lose that? It's not going to matter because we would have probably lost to the Chiefs anyways, but I'd still like to see. And, of course, the Chiefs versus those Giants. The winner of that one is, let's be honest, as we all knew, the New York Giants. Clearly, I was like, what are you, dumb? But let's take a look at any DevOps. Lawrence to X Factor? Yes, indeed. Lawrence goes to Superstar X Factor, and he gets run and gun. He's got some ability slots that are not looking good. Set feet lead, I suppose. Long range Deadeye. And then protected kind of seems like the most, obvious one, right? What's his speed? I mean, Mahomes. It's kind of like Mahomes, right? He's got some Mahomes ratings on him. Yeah, I'd say give it to him. Look at those ratings. He deserves it. Of course, the dev up for McMahon, huge dev up because, of course, now we have ourselves a good look at a number 2. And yes, in fact, Sammy Rivers does go to X Factor, further making that Goldsberry guy look like a wasted pick. With this dev up, it absolutely once again proves that they're broken. Star to superstar tight ends just do not exist. I don't know what it is, but they don't. For dev ups on defense, I don't think we got a singular one, but that's all right because we had an okay season. We did well on offense for the dev up, and we did win a playoff game, but once again, dude, we fall well short of the Super Bowl as we're headed on to, what, season 9? Oh, my. Man, I really don't want to lose Robinson, but what do you do? What's his thingy thing? Lost 2 to carrying, 1 to trucking, 1 to break tackle. He's re-signable, and he's been insane for us. But we go down a 20 freaking mil with an edge rusher needed. We have a backup running back that looks good. Take the 2-year deal. Just take it. Will it, though? How much is the tag? That's not bad. I'm tagging him. I'm sorry. I'm sorry, James. It's just, it has to happen. Free agency is irrelevant, so we will just be scouting. Look at the amount of god-tier corners here. Jalen Ramsey, Marlon Humphrey, all looking for a new home. One last go at the thing. Stephon Diggs, we can't afford these guys. I'm not saying we're giving up on our chances to go to the Super Bowl, but we just can't. We just simply can't do it. We've got to just take what we've got and run with it. What the hell did I even offer? Oh, yes, a 23-year-old, 72 overall strong safety backup, and then a cornerback backup, 25 years old, also normal, 78 overall backup. Got to get the backup gang going. Maybe it is what's causing us to lose. I think it's just unlucky, So there's a lot of good choices here. Brad Ash is a decent choice. Carl McLaughlin, early first, 5'11", looks like a talent. You have Carl Ray, looks really good. You have Taj Harrison, who's not really an edge rusher per se, but very fast, could play an edge, maybe on a 4-3. But this is probably the guy I'm aiming for. You also have Wilford, who's, probably just as good, maybe even better. Who knows? It's really about who has the best dev. So I think we can go to 26. One of them will be there. The mid-second guy will at least be there at minimum. And we're hoping for the best because this guy has some large shoes to fill. He's replacing Josh Allen, who's been this, long behold, the number 1 sack guy around here for a while. Lonnie Werner, 21, or Wilford, 22. Well, Wilford looks better, though. 4.67. The speed is so much. Yeah, we're going to go Werner. And 77 overall hidden. Let us begin the reload. I would say rebuild, but definitely the reload. Stamina's 92, which is not always the case. That's a W. I do want to see Wilford, because once again, it's all about who has dev. If our guy has star, the other guy has X Factor, he automatically wins, right? It's just the way it goes. We trade 58 and Reynolds to the Falcons for pick 50, which will be a middle linebacker, potentially replacing that one guy we got, Miles Jack. I don't know if he will, but maybe down the line at least. Devon Knight, 23, unfortunately, but by far the best available middle linebacker by a mile. Looking at all these, middle linebackers. I didn't actually look at this guy. Oh, yeah, he's... Pass coverage is usually the fastest type. Not here. Not here. So obviously that is going to be our choice, that middle linebacker. I'm assuming 74 overall, and hopefully at least star, but let's see. Devon Knight or Devin Knight, and he is. I knew he was going to be a 74 overall, but he just wasn't star. I don't know if we can do much with him, especially since he probably won't start as a rookie. We traded 108, 6 this, 6 next for 98. Probably didn't need to give all that, but here we are. Which will be taking the other middle linebacker that look halfway decent, George Ray, 22 years old. Looks pretty good. Could be the better of the two. And I said could be. Not, he will be. Oh, crap. I skipped it, but it was a 4th this. Was it a 5th next and a 7th this, which finishes our class to grab a guard who actually has maybe potential to be hidden. Charles Burrell. Can we get someone sneaky? And we do. 68 overall hidden. An absolute stud. I mean, he's not that great, but... star dev is still star dev. All right, let's take a look. So we had 2 hiddens. I'm not even going to look at the lineman because he just has no chance to start the season. So maybe he gets a superstar. Maybe he does. Maybe he is superstar. And speaking of maybe he's a superstar, that is a win. And he is also wearing number 94. We basically didn't even lose Josh Allen. who I think was an outside linebacker. That is filth. I want to compare him to the other guy. I mean, I'm starting to think the other guy might be Superstar X Factor. Let's see. There he is. Wilford. Oh, my. That would have been an L. Not only is he 3 devs lower, but he also is not even that good. There was another guy I thought, wasn't there? I can't remember. Who was it? I mean, I don't know who it is, but that's a win. McLaughlin, hidden development trait, 76 overall. Some pretty good traits, speaking of. That, oh, my lord, that is a huge win. That would have been such a sell. The fact that I actually was like, oh, well, we got 2 guys. We're lucky. We're lucky that he didn't go sooner because he was an early second. We had picked 26. Could have went way before that, I think. I would assume early second means, like, you know, maybe in the pick 23, 24 potentially. Was this the guy? I don't remember. I don't really care. We are limited on time. But yeah, we could have taken a massive L. We took a massive L with the wide receiver. It turned out all right, but that one would not have turned out nearly as well as the wide receiver did. And oh my, that's a huge draft pick. That is massive. The Patriots when they drafted Woolfork. Oh, come on. So it's officially year 9 up in this piece. I must call him DeMarcus Lawrence. Trevor Lawrence is 29. He's an X Factor, and he's on his way to becoming the greatest of all time. Rivers is an X Factor now, which is massive because tight ends don't really regress that hard. This man could be here when we finish this thing out at 15 seasons. He very well could be. If we don't win a Super Bowl, though, somebody's getting stabbed. Defensively, we're taking a bit of hits with age, but overall, I mean, I'm not doing it for an ego thing, but I'm really curious to see what the overalls are. We're a 91 overall team, pre-morale, pre-this, pre-that. I can't imagine anyone's that close, right? 84, 87, 82, 84, 85, 87, 88, 88, 82, 84, 83, 83, 82, 86, 85, 84, 87, 88, 85, 86, 86, 84, 83, 84, 86, 86, 83, 87, 81, 91. So no one's as close as us. They're like 3 overalls off, and the average seems to be probably about like an 84/85. So, I mean, you do the math. I'm not doing it. So we have some re-signings. Walt Tapp, assuming we can afford players, which we can, is obviously the future at the cornerback position. It's been a solid number 2 for years, and now he takes the reins over, unfortunately, CJ Henderson. Glenn Higgins, 6-year deal for my guy. He's kind of been under the radar, really haven't been talked about. John Davis, yeah, I'm sorry, pal. I don't care if you're star, you're done. Your career's over. It's like you're a backup at this point. Robinson, if he's decent, maybe he gets another tag. I don't know how that works. Miles Jack, he's done. Yeah, we're losing some players, but we have a ton of cap. This upcoming season after this year, maybe even this year, we're still good. Could be the year. I mean, we have like 80 mil, maybe like 60, 70 mil to work with. I believe, is this the year Trevor Lawrence is only making 20 and the next year he's making 22? I don't know exactly how we signed him, but I mean, this is kind of the spot. All right, head to the postseason, another pretty solid season, another 12-5 season. Let's take a look at the actual like yards and all that. Looks like Trevor Lawrence is once again basically the best quarterback in football. James Robinson, one of the best running backs. CeeDee Lamb goes off. Frank McMahon looks like he could be a superstar. Tennant kind of has a bad season. O-line insanely good. How did the rookie do? 3 sacks? 3? I suppose Milner only had 3.5. The hell is happening around here? Looking at the kicking, 2 missed out of 4 were blocked. Kick return touchdown for carry, not bad. Trevor Lawrence, finally MVP. Come on! He's the runner-up every single time. We actually did get a lot of awards there. We got like 4, maybe 5 actually with the Offensive Player of the Year award. But, oh! I didn't realize we had a bye week at 12-4. That is massive. Is there a chance finally? Finally, is there a chance? There is. One more and we're in the Super Bowl. Come on, please. Yes! Finally. Is this the first Super Bowl we've been to? I'll show you guys we didn't force any wins real quick. Just because I know now. Oh, wow. 9-8 Niners. Please don't lose to them. But yeah, I don't want you guys thinking I cheated all of a sudden, got frustrated, which I did. But, I'm not that way. I ain't gonna do that. Of course, this has been the basic, tradition is to always mention, to always say this. And honestly, with the fact that we've lost the majority of our prime players, this is everything. It's not just the beginning. Just the beginning was almost a decade ago. So let's go into this one and freaking please, Jacksonville, do the damn thing. Of course, this is the last gen, so if we do win or whoever wins, we're not going to see the next gen celebration thing. I'm going to try to make all the regular ones going forward, hopefully Sundays, up to date next gen, but I'm not going next gen with the servers disconnecting all the time with a 15-year rebuild. I'm just not doing it. I'm sorry. It's just not happening. But going to the end of the game, we get the ball first, and we get 7. We stop them. We get another 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 3. 31-0 at half. It's over. The game is over. Also, I think the quarter's maybe on 10-minute. No, it's not. It's 15. Okay, it was just really quick. 31-15, 35-15. The Jacksonville Jaguars are winners of the Super Bowl. I don't know why I said that. Florida's nowhere near that, but they're the winners. Of course, some of the Niners OGs are still there. It's kind of weird to say OGs because now they're kind of they're new. They're got some potential, but now they're obviously basically on their way to the Hall of Fame at this rate. Especially with a guy like Nick Bosa, you would expect him to. Don't know about Trey Lance yet. But, yeah, absolutely thankful that we won a Super Bowl because we've deserved it for a while now. Is that Mark Andrews? Of course, the MVP is likely going to be that one guy we know, and it is Trevor Lawrence with 64% completion percentage, 2 touchdowns, 0 interceptions, 330 yards, and 1 Super Bowl victory on his hands. This is giving me very Aaron Rodgers-y type vibes. It is. Lots of playoff berths, get the Super Bowl, and then we never see one for another decade. This is going to be sucky if that's the case, but at the same time, at least you get one, right? And some guys don't get any. It's better than nothing. Looking at the stats, we played better. James Robinson was godly. CeeDee Lamb did well. Sack totals, Miles Jack, I'm glad did get to, I wouldn't say retire, because I think he might have maybe one more year in him, but at least he got to, go out on top. At least gets a ring with this team. He's been here for so long. Did we actually look at DevUps? I don't think we did. So McMahon is, of course, an ex-con, I think, but he's a superstar development trait, honorary lineman. I mean, what's his blocking? Is that something that, 57? Really? It's not, magically high. It doesn't really matter, but there's that. Defensively, any dev-ups? We had a dev-up for no one. No one again, unfortunately, but, hey, it was still a good enough season to win the Super Bowl. Maybe not for a dev-up, but that is absolutely fine. And I kind of want to take a look at Miles Jack, even though he might have just sold there. Kind of want to take a look at how his season has come alive, or ended, I suppose. Not that it's technically over, but it's over for us. I don't want to look at his stats after the fact. So career stats, let's take a look at that. Miles Jack fella, almost 1,600 tackles for us, 63 tackles for loss, 34.5 sacks, 13 interceptions. He was able to only force 6 fumbles, 6 recoveries, and he had 4 fumble recovery yards. Interesting. That's quite something. Didn't look at Josh Allen, but I suppose it's not too late. It's good. Can I go look by NFL? Who has the most sacks currently? Where is that Allen guy? Josh Allen, 104. Not crazy great, but still some pretty good numbers. Is Chark still in the league? Please tell me that man's still in the league. Chark, hello? Chark with 10,000 yards, 74 touchdowns. What about our man? What about our mans? What about him? Where is he? 13,637 yards, 128 touchdowns with a long of 100 yards, 99. EA is crazy with these 99-yarders, though. Absolutely insane. I guess you should look at Henderson as well. He's kind of ending here as well. So only 18 career interceptions, 803 tackles. We don't really know all these ratings because obviously none of this is accurate, right? The catches allowed, not really accurate. But, yeah, those are the numbers for him. But we still have some time left. Once again, doing 15 season no matter what. If we go to the Super Bowl the year before the year of its ending and we don't win it, fair enough. We go 3-14. It doesn't matter. It's over. James Robinson obviously regresses a decent bit, but a 2-year 15, a 2-year 16 even for a guy like him, Okay, he's trying to scam us for that tag, and you know what? It's not going to work here today, buddy. I'm sorry. You've got to go. And Miles Jack, I think, is also trying to scam us for the tag. I'm willing to give him 8 mil. I hate these guys. Like, they know how it works. They know. But it is what it is. I suppose we're losing him. Let's take a look at his running back. Oh, he's 28 already. He's not bad, but yeah, I think we need a new running back. He could still play backup with that contract. Really good offensive line. I don't know if we have to pay any of these guys soon, though. Defensively, Cisco's probably on his way out. We need a new number 2 corner. And, middle linebacker, I suppose. Nothing crazy, though. We have 53 mil, 54 mil just about. I don't know who we have to re-sign next season. Probably something we should look at. I don't want to pay, a guy that's already 30 anyways. Not even a trucking style back. Bruce Campbell, interesting name, power back. And our new number 1. Jamin Davis on a 2-year 20. I mean, it's kind of similar to what, Miles Jack was paid. And it seems like we can actually get him for less. And if he doesn't sign, middle linebacker's not that hard to get, so I'm not worried about it. I'm willing to take a little bit of a risk with the lower contract. Once again, just because I don't think it matters too much. And Jalen Ramsey would be a nice 1-year player. Do we want to do that? We just won a Super Bowl. It's not the worst idea in the world. Let's see if we can find somebody, if not him. Jalen Ramsey returning of the prodigal son. Is that what they call it? I don't even know. I'll offer it. It is what it is. We need a cornerback. We're crippling the team a bit here, though. I want to make sure we're not costing any major things. I'll lose one of the linemen. Once again, you can't afford to have these insane linemen forever. CeeDee Lamb, we have to pay the DT. I'm willing to let him go at that age. Kicker doesn't matter. Middle linebacker doesn't matter. We can afford him. Oh, the center. I kind of want to keep him, though. I think we can afford it. I think we're fine. I think we can do it. It's only 1 year anyways for some of these guys. But let's take a look. Do we get him? No to Ramsey, which is okay. The running back was the most important, and he does sign. And then Jamin Davis was nice to have. So a corner seems to be in the needs list. Nothing really special for the draft picks. Actually, really bad. Look at this filthy individual. Oh, my God. Osgood. Maybe Osgreat, and this is a bad class for corners. Lovely. So we were able to also get Jalen Johnson. We really need a cornerback. The corners in this class look like garbage. Well, they don't look like garbage, but they're all top 10 picks, which we just can't afford. This guy looks absolutely nuts. This guy's all right, but he's a mid-first. This guy's okay, mid-first. There's also, a lot of guys that are kind of old. 23 for a guy that, could be normal, which is an L if it is the case. Yeah, not a huge fan. But overall, we have some draft picks that we can make, and we do have starters for at least this season. So, we're looking okay. Nothing great, but okay. All right, so we're in the draft. There's a couple of decent-looking linemen, but that's not the number 1 need. The number 1 need is DB, a.k.a. safety, and a linebacker. I kind of think Brandon George is our choice. And then Franklin, who is an early 3rd. So what we're going to try to do is trade this pick back to end up grabbing both of these players. Trey Ward looks decent too, but actually I like Trey Ward. I might grab... I don't know, dude. It's impossible. I don't care that it was Tennessee. We had to make the trade. We got a 3rd round next year off them to move to pick 12. So, assuming it wasn't going to be a quarterback, which it wasn't, that turned out to be a pretty good decision. We also have this wide receiver. Well, I don't know where he is now. The wide receiver, Terrence Brown, doesn't look super great. Not a huge need. Brandon George is the choice. New strong safety, 76 overall. Not year 1, but maybe year 2 for him. Of course, Cisco's good for at least another year. And then after that, I don't know. We trade 64 and a 5th next year for 59 for the Bengals to take a middle linebacker, Julius Franklin, him, and there's 2 other guys. I wanted to make sure we got this guy, though. I felt like he was the best of the bunch. Tyrone Collins. Let's see if we were correct, and whether we were or not, we got a hit in 72 overall. I'm happy. We trade a 4th round this, a 7th round this, and a 6th round next for the Vikings 4th. Maybe a little unfair, but I'm not here to argue. I'm here to steal everything from every team we come across, and we needed offensive lineman the most. This guy doesn't look that great, but he could still be hidden, and he is. I don't know what it is. I don't know how I know but I could tell when someone's hidden, even if they're in the third round. I guess, to be fair, mid-third is doable, and we have drafted a lot of normals. I don't know what I'm talking about. So we did have... Wait a minute. Oh! Wait a minute! Okay, this is the guy I actually wanted, but I forgot we had to pick 32 in the round. I was so confused for a second there, and we auto-drafted him because he was the highest on our list. Absolute steal! Okay, well, that's a win. That is actually kind of sick. Of course, I don't know if this guy has a chance to start. Yeah, let's just look anyways. Star development trade as expected. Number 11? I don't have the time to change every single player. I do. Damn, a number 11. Come on, dude. Let's not abuse the number change, right? Like, this was supposed to be for players when there was not enough numbers, not let's pretend we're wide receivers. Julius Franklin was normal development trade. We are the champions. Traded Aldred, who's on a contract year, 85 overall, 24-year-old star development trade center for a second-round pick from the Dolphins. You argue it's not fair, you lose a limb. All right, is this officially year 10, the Big 10? I was about to say 2-0, but that's not. This is the Big 10. Of course, this is a very solid team. Can the Super Bowl be won here as well? Can it be won here as well? That's what I want to know. That's what we're about to find out. Bad boys for life. So every signings, we actually have a lot of money. Crockett, I think, is worth a 3-year deal just because we're going to lose the other guy, right? Who's our starter right now? Is it Crockett? Jason Sanders, been here for such a long time. I'm going to give him another 1-year deal. Newkirk, we have the money. Why not? He's still good. He's 30. I imagine he'd be fine. What else do we have? Montague will be fine. Jalen will be gone. And everyone else is replaceable. Another really solid season for Jacksonville. Another bye week on top of it. Near a 99 overall. Absolutely insane. I know we normally don't look at this because, we have no time. But boom. And it's weird for you. It's like, you guys are like, what do you mean no time? I'm already halfway through this freaking disaster. Might as well watch it all no matter how long it is. But I'm trying not to take too long. Oh my. Look at those numbers. Bruce Campbell, not as good. Same scheme, of course, not as good as James Robinson, but I suppose it led to the offense being better, which means Frank McMahon should be an X factor. Pretty good stuff. O-line, the new center, obviously not really going to give up much. Everyone else, though, kind of trash. I mean, this is probably the best line in football, but sure. Werner, huge sophomore year, 15.5 sacks. Mays with 14, which is pretty amazing. Milner, 13.5. Newkirk, 6.5. Andre Sisco with 4 picks. 3 missed there, fair enough. Let's take a look at the awards. MVP, finally, he doesn't get screwed. He's finally the actual MVP of the league, the best quarterback on top. We got a couple of awards, actually. Can we make the Super Bowl again? Please? Please? If we make another Super Bowl, we won't go back in, even to the Super Bowl, because, once again, we got 2. It's cool. And what do we get? We get a win is what we get. Going up against the Browns, what do we get this time? We get another win. Headed to the bowl of soup against the Rams. 97 overall. I mean, it's just the beginning at this point, because, right, I mean, it's not everything, because we've already had it. Oh! You have 1 ring, so you're no stranger to the magnitude and atmosphere surrounding the Super Bowl. How much does that help? Significantly. 10 staff points. Thanks. It's cool that they actually, acknowledge that, you've done it and this and that. Let's take a look at the offense. McMahon, X Factor, thank you. And he is my guy, the future of the wide receiver position. Only 23 years old, and he's a superstar. He's so good, except for deep route running. Everything else, though, not bad. Offense is just littered with X Factors. Was there any defensive X Factors? I don't think so. I think everyone was the same dev as they started. Once again on defense, has been so many times now. But let's go into it against the Rams. A chance to go back-to-back, I believe. Once again, I'm sorry. I don't do these all in one go. Stop yelling. I suppose it's more relevant, right? I guess. And did I say irrelevant? Because that's Great. Way to go. 10-3, 10-3 still, 17-3. The running back doesn't seem to be really good, but he had a huge run here, obviously, for a touchdown. And just like the last Super Bowl, a hell of a start, which, I mean, even without that touchdown, was there ever a chance? Actually, they actually did have a chance, but luckily, we do not take the foot off the gas pedal. And that might be the highest score I've ever seen from one of our teams in a rebuild for the Super Bowl. 51 points? That is quite a bit. Of course, Gruden is the coach of the Rams. No shocker that they're there now. But, okay, we've already seen the podium. I just wanted to see if we could do it again. And we do. Back-to-back wins. This Jacksonville team seems to be kind of goated now. For a second, I thought we were actually going to go 17-0. We were like 9-0, 10-0, something like that. But, yeah, I don't know if we're going to see that anytime soon. Freaking 17-0. 16-0 was hard enough the way it is. Barely saw that. But 17, you got to get one more now. Show you guys we didn't cheat, which, you know, going forward, I'm not going to show this because if I was going to cheat, I would have cheated last one or I would have cheated this one. The fact that I've done on neither means, well, I could still cheat, but I mean, the odds of that are lower, right? I mean, imagine. Oh, damn. What happened to our money? We had like a bunch of money and we didn't spend any and now we have no money. Who are we paying? Oh, Lord, we got to pay Trevor Lawrence. We got to pay Donaldson. We got to pay Milner. We got to pay Newkirk. We got to pay Barker. We got to pay this guy. Oh, that's who our starter was, Jamin Davis. We got to pay Truman. We got to pay that one. No, we don't. Actually, we're going to let Cisco go right now. There we go. We're going to save some money, thankfully. Who else do we have to pay? The kickers make it. Wow, we paid him that much? And then Childers never even had a chance to start. Oh, my. Can we actually trade any of these guys? Like, I think Truman would be a smart trade. Ugh, don't save any money, though. Well, it appears that a corner would be one of our biggest needs here. And it would also appear that there are none. Ooh, L'Jarius Sneed. Another one-year guy. We're doing it. You know what? Jalen Johnson's actually better than Sneed. I don't know why. He just is. Hey, give me some money. So we get a backup safety, a fullback. We get Johnson back. And then we get a backup free safety. We have pick 32. We also have 27 in the second round. We end up having only one corner left. This is the guy I actually wanted more than the other guy. Anyways, the other guy was an early first grade, but he was 23. Our guy's 21. Please give me a hit in. And no, but he's not bad. It could play safety with the 75 hit power on top. Actually looks decent. But yeah, not a bad pick. Could have been better. Hopefully the other guy wasn't better, but I suppose since he's 23, it wouldn't surprise me to see it. We trade a franchise left tackle, Donaldson, who's on a contract here for 37 overall from the Eagles, which will be a wide receiver. I know you think a wide receiver. CeeDee Lamb's not that young anymore, man. He's kind of getting old. Oscar Kershaw, he's 6'4", 22 years old. I don't know how I feel about the 3-cone and the 20-yard and the 40-yard dash, but 88 speed, 89 excel, true number 1 potentially, and a hidden development trait, 73 overall. Oh, way faster than I thought. The agility's, iffy, but jumping's great. Spec is solid. He's a good player. So we still have 27 and 32, which is good because we have some really talented players here. Maybe we have our new starting strong safety over the other guy if he's hidden, and he is. So we got ourselves a new starter. The other guy was, I'll be honest with you, a wasted pick. But this guy looks really good, worth, kind of the admittance of being a trash can. And then we have two first graded guys in the third round. Dalton Barnett's going to be number 1 because he can play tackle, and he is a 75 overall hidden. Super shocking. I would have never expected that. Goldsberry for third round pick from Washington. It's kind of like an O.J. Howard type of situation that we could see in real life. And there's a really solid looking running back. I did not get to actually fully scout him, but I mean, I'm going to imagine he's a freak. God, that's one of the best looking running backs I've ever seen, but I'll take another lineman. And another 75 overall hidden. Shocker. All right, so one of the middle linebackers is there still, so Nick Stafford is going to be the choice. I don't know. Yeah, 75 overall, so it's a good pick, obviously, but yeah, I mean, that be what it be. We could use another wide receiver. Screw it. Isaiah Mann. And man, should we not have taken him? We trade Carey for a 4th this and a 4th next. And with that pick, we're going to be taking a backup tight end, Hunter Richard. Look at the size of this guy. Is he anything decent? 73 overall normal and usable. At 6'6", he's definitely usable. This guy's a freaking tank. He actually looks like so much fun to use. 21 as well with aggro catch. Damn. All right, of course, our cornerback did not have hidden. I kind of want to see what the other guy looks like. Kershaw could be the number 2 going forward. And let's see, is he got a good chance? Oh! I'm going to actually leave him number 8. You know what? He can have it. When you're that good a dev, you can have what you want, and I will not question it. Usually. Take a look at the dev of the Burgess. Probably star. Yeah, I've kind of figured it. Looking at the center, who is now a left tackle, I think. I mean, we have so many star devs. The hidden development lineman, very easy to see, especially centers this year. Maybe not superstar, but definitely, for, well, star. Obviously, that's, kind of where we were going with that. Kevin Favors, another center, probably another star. Literally both 75 overall hiddens. Did we have any other hiddens? The middle linebacker was normal. The wide receiver was normal. Yeah, so no one else was hidden. And who was the corner that we could have had instead? So is this the guy? Who was he? I don't think I had a choice, but he didn't go that high, did he? He was also 6'3", and he was 23. Am I losing it? Maybe he was there. Maybe this is him. Oh, yeah, this is the guy. Yeah, I mean, a good decision not to go for him, obviously. It says we're a 90 overall now. Is that factual? What did we really do that? I guess we did lose the center and the left tackle. We went down, a lot. It is what it is. The team still looks good. We dropped off a little bit, but we got to save some money. We're going to lose some middle linebackers, it seems. I mean, we won 2 in a row. What do you want? All right, here's the dreaded time. Trevor Lawrence. I think he can do a 4-year, right? I think we can do a 4-year, 170. We still have a ton of money left over. Of course, Frank McMahon. That's a 7-year deal. Get that into you. About 20 mil per year, which is a lot, I suppose. Najee Barker. Maybe should have signed this tackle instead of this guy, but we're going to keep one of them at least. Sanders can go. Newkirk can go. Childers, is that just, he never got to start. He's good as a true DT, I suppose, so we'll just give him the 5-year deal. You can play DT for 10 mil per year, which isn't bad at this point. The center, that's actually not bad. We'll sign him. What else? Ross Truman. Ross Truman's actually pretty good. Don't we have to pay? I thought Mays or Hayes was the guy that we had to pay. Kenny Milner wants that much money. We might be looking for a new edge rush. Did I sell? I don't think I did. I think, okay, I mean, we saved some years, right? We got a 3-year there, so, I mean, fair enough. Yeah, we'll replace Truman and Newkirk. I know we probably don't have to, but why make it closer than it needs to be? Foot gets the 5-year 47, and I feel like Boone's been on the team for ages. Is he just, never developed? Oh, we've developed him as block-shedding edge rusher. Yeah, debatable if that was a good decision or not, but okay. Another pretty decent season. Playoffs, are we going to get the bye week? And we do again, of course. We do. Look at the Trevor Lawrence's numbers. These are some pretty good numbers. Not as good as last year, but still good. Oh, well, I mean, look how many rushing numbers we had. McMahon, not great, but Kershaw did kind of step in. A lot of players kind of, got a piece of the action. O-line was actually, left tackle was actually just as good as our other one, was he not? Manny Mays, 14.5. Werner with 11. 9 for Truman. 7 for Milner. Watch, Truman finally goes up in dev. It's going to be so typical. 11 for 11 for Sanders. Maybe he gets another contract if we can even afford him. We had about 15 mil left to work with. We got a couple awards in there. 3 of them to be exact. I think there was the D-line, offensive lineman, actually, and the linebacker, right? It's hard to tell, but, I went through quick, but I believe that's what we had. The winner of that one is us, and just like that, against the Titans division rival, and we win again. We're not going in it. Can we win 3 straight Super Bowls? Are we the... Oh, I missed the media. If that's going to be it, we've lost. I knew it. I just knew it. We forgot the media. You forget the media, and it's just the NFL fixes it because they're like, hey, we're making so much money off of the pre-game press conference stuff. You can't skip that. We did, and they rigged it. It's obvious. It's so obvious, and it hurts. Going to the lineup, see if we had any dev-ups offensively. I don't think we even had a chance. Kershaw would have had to actually properly start. Defensively, though, and as expected, Truman, who has the contract, he gets the superstar, and he's going to be gone. Costs even more anyways. We're probably broke regardless, aren't we? So let's take a look. I mean, even if we can afford him, I'm not going to. It's just not worth it. How much is he? Truman now wants a 2-year 24, which isn't crazy, but we are broke as a joke. We can't even get a kicker. We're so broke. $1 million left, and we resigned Sanders for the 1-year 2.7. So $1.92 million left over, and we're broke. 3 years in a row, though. I mean, no one's going to be like, haha, yeah, but what's going to happen in the future when you're broke? It's like, who cares? We are everything. Like, we are the NFL. Yes, I'm sorry. We move up 6 spots using a 4th this and a 6 next year. That 4th this, of course, was a pretty high 4th. I'd imagine it was probably like pick 5 or something in the 4th round. We moved up a little bit just to make sure we would have gotten somebody decent. There's some decent DTs. There's some decent corners. We kind of need a little bit of everything at this point. And did we lose them out? No, we did not. Eric Honeycutt, even though he's 5'10", is the guy. He's absolutely the guy, and he is 75 overall hit. I believe, if I'm not mistaken, this is actually our new number 2 corner. A little undersized, but, I mean, it's the best we got. We trade 63 and 111 to get to 53, which will be now a defensive tackle. I think we need 2 of them, so this will be something. Actually, maybe we don't. I think we're good for at least this season. I thought they're both DTs are there. The other guy wanted more, but obviously I'm not going to be able to get to the early 2nd here. 75 overall to the Bengals. And our guy being an early 3rd, I imagine he'll be here. And if he's not, I'll be set. Oh my, none of our players are here. Jeremy Ward, early 3rd, late 1st grade, 74 overall hidden. Absolute steal. We are happy. Maybe we also traded for the center, though, because, I mean, I don't really have much else. I mean, everything else is kind of just, like, not appealing. This guy looks, I mean, not great, but better than some of the choices we've had. We trade a 3rd this, a 3rd next, and a Knight for 54 from the Dolphins to take that center. And I know the realism's kind of going out the window here a little bit for the, the actual selections, but I mean, at the end of the day, I mean, we know that certain players just aren't going to be good. This guy I knew was going to be kind of iffy, but he did end up having hidden, so can't really be mad with that. I mean, what do I do? Like, do I just draft someone trash just so I can say, oh, I drafted a player every other round or every round? This quarterback's undrafted, but he could be decent. He's like the only halfway decent one there, and he's not. If you could change the speed and the agility to speed, or an excel in agility to speed and excel, maybe we're cooking. Adonis Grant could be a steal, 69 overall, not bad. Backup safety, I mean, yeah, I'm glad we're taking selections here. All right, let's take a look at the cornerback. We had a choice between the other one, who was 6'3", probably a better fit, but obviously I wanted the best player. This guy looked like the best player to me, and he's a superstar, obviously the best. And now the worst part is we finally get another superstar to pair up with our superstar, but it's kind of been a while. I mean, our current superstar might actually be kind of on his way out as well. It seems like it's been ages ago since we had Griffin, and really, even though it's recent, really long ago, surprisingly, for Henderson. But, of course, now we have another superstar. Dan Morgan is not a superstar. I don't care what the other cornerback looked like, unless he was an X Factor, and I don't think he would have been, so let's take a look. Was Dwayne Duke the choice? I think that was the choice, and he was normal. I mean, EA, they do it to you. You know, they do it to you. So, maybe this was the guy. It could have been that guy. I think they were both early seconds. So, I mean, I guess technically it could have been this guy because that Bengals DT was an early second and he was there still. Maybe it actually was this guy. Which, whether it was or not, I mean, our guy was better technically. I know 6'3" is insane, but meh. And, of course, Danny Crossan also hidden, but, I mean, okay. Really strong anyways, but, thought he was 99 strength as a rookie. That would have been something. We're going to trade 2 young star guards for a 3rd-round pick, because at this point, I kind of feel like if they're not super developed, I mean, it's kind of super easy to get those guys. Well, at least for us, it has been. But then again, maybe that's why we're significantly higher than every single team we find. It is now year 12. What is this, 4 technically? Wait, 12, 13, 14, 15. So 4 years left. Can we, speaking of, win 4 straight Super Bowls? The team is definitely taking a bit of a hit. CeeDee Lamb is out of here after this season. Might even be out of the league after this season. I'm not exactly sure what his plans are. Looking at the rest of the team, offensive line has been kind of shifting around, new guys coming and going, and we're broke. So I don't know what's going to happen. Mays needs to be resigned. I think so does Milner, or was it? No, Werner. Bad things are going to happen soon, so this could be the final chance at a Super Bowl. So, I mean, not that we need it, but, I mean, who wouldn't like 4 in a row? Like 3 in a row for Super Bowls, maybe. Maybe it'll happen, really. I mean, maybe. You never know. But 4, absolutely not. You basically cement yourself as the greatest, right? Like, we can, okay, fair enough. Maybe 3, but never 4, right? So if we can do that, this will be the GOAT team. No one can deny it. They could go into a slumber for 50 straight years, and people could pull out the Cowboys-type memes, but it won't matter, because at the end of the day, I mean, who you arguing with? You're arguing with the team that can never be beaten. So we've had years where we expect to have no money, and wow, we have money after all, but I don't think this is one of them. Let's see. 30, so like maybe 40 mil to work with. You have to re-sign an edge rusher who's 24, an X-Factor tight end, a right guard, and, all these guys, but obviously we're not going to do that. Werner, you have to keep, right? Like, this is one of those types of players that you just don't lose. 6-year deal, makes him 30, stays on the team. Sammy Rivers, another guy. I mean, tight end can be drafted, but why do it? 31 years old, X-Factor. I think he could retire on that. And even if he doesn't, all we need is 4 years out of him, right? 4 years. Leclerc, sorry, but more sorry to us rather than him. I think everyone's going to walk, but, I mean, we're managing. To the playoffs, another really good season, another year where we're just on top of the game. Be kind of interesting to see who everyone else is looking like. Haven't looked at this in ages. 3-14, 4-13. So, I mean, it still kind of seems like a lot of the usual teams are still on top of the world, right? Obviously, this is so many years down the line. Also, I'm kind of curious, is our staff literally maxed? I think it is. I mean, I would assume, right? You can only, like, upgrade so many things. Like this. Apparently, I didn't even know you could do that. I think they're maxed. Oh, why would they go catching for really? Obviously, I do auto, because otherwise it would take me all day. Oh, maybe you are maxed. No players you meet. Oh, that's just... Okay, fair enough. So you lose that. You use that, and then you lose that. That's a bit of an L. Let's see these stats. Second. Oh, Trevor Lawrence has been dethroned. Hopefully not for too long, because obviously we just paid him, kind of a costly deal. Let's actually take a look at the offensive line. Speaking of the line that's going to get worse as the years go on. Werner with 11. Mays with 13. Childers with 9. Milner with 8.5. I mean, pretty good numbers for the pass rush. Honeycutt, the rookie, with 5. Kicker, punter, kicker stuff, all that. Who cares? I don't think we'll have MVP this time around, and we do not. Number 4 this time. And, okay, best wide receiver, best O-line, best linebacker, best DB. That went pretty well. Let's be honest, that went pretty well, especially for Honeycutt, the rookie of the year. I mean, he's just a god. He could go to X Factor year 1. And now we play the Jets. Watch, the Jets are the team to end our playoff winning streak. Watch. Just watch. It's them. Oh, wait, no, it's not them. I forgot. Or did we mention it already? But yeah, remember we lost. So we won 3 in a row, not 4. This would have been 5 in a row if we would have won last year if we win here. We've learned our lesson. We're going to do Media Day. Damn it. Coach, you have a chance to cement your Super Bowl as one of the only coaches. Wait, we only won 2? Wait, we've only won 2? What are you concerned about? Players' legacy, obviously. I mean, why would I care about my legacy? Like, we're already really good. Let's take a look at who wins it, though. 10 overall is higher. Man, I thought we won 3 in a row. Yeah, this team is not as special as I thought. Of course, 3 Super Bowls in 5 years is still really good, but... Okay, was it 3 Super Bowls in 4 years, actually? I think it's in 4 years. Damn, I forgot about that. That's an L. We are broke. But now we're just broke. I was going to say there was an option. Nope, we're just broke. So obviously, even if we wanted Leclerc, can't afford him. Like, we're literally negative by every measure of the amount. Of course, I do want to see CeeDee Lamb's numbers, though, before he goes. I just want to see McLeod's numbers, because didn't we drafted him as a star, I believe, and never gave him a chance for over a decade. Of course, if I'm him, I'm happy about it, unless I'm like a god. 3,700 yards, through basically a decade of football, which isn't, I mean, actually not bad, but okay, fair enough. Of course, Trevor Lawrence looking pretty good himself. What about CD Lamb? 15K, I mean, not where we would have expected him, but, you know, still pretty good. Okay, fair enough. Nothing too crazy. So is there anything we can do to save some money? I don't think so, because obviously all of our contracts are kind of like, I mean, they're gone or they're gone, like, right? Like, there's nothing crazy we can do to fix it. Oh, maybe we can, actually. We can get rid of the right tackle, but he's a 99 overall. You can't just get rid of a 99 overall, right? What about Crockett? 3-year deal, saving literally nothing. This is the same guy. Oh, well, we're going to be skimming again, I suppose. Skimming the line as we do. Mays, we got to keep. I don't think we're going to re-sign him, but Mays, you got to keep. Barker, maybe you can get rid of, but there's no point to. You're only saving 3 mil. Okay, so, I mean, we need a middle linebacker, and that's kind of it. Middle linebacker, I would assume we have linemen to back up, you know, the tackle if we're losing them. Let's take a look at free agency, just because I'm interested. We have Brian Russell, 90. This is that one X Factor guy. Started as an X Factor, of course. Didn't really get that good, right? Obviously, he regressed a bunch, but the man coverage was gone. So he, like, never had man coverage at that rate, it would seem, unless his regression only hit man. Obviously, the free agency not looking super great. Micah Allen looks okay, to be fair, but okay. I mean, let's just go to the draft, I guess. We trade 32 this year, 128 this year, and a 5th next year to move up to 25 with the Jets, which John Pounds, hey, congrats, John. I'm pulling for you, man. Nice, impressive. So with our selection, we're going to be taking Ramon Peralta, good old Raymond, and 75 overall hidden. Looks like a good player to me. Think he gets to like 97 strength with our +4 to strength boost. He's already basically a starter for Mays once he's gone after the season's over. Yeah, I know, it sucks to lose him, but what can you do? This guy looks pretty good too, though. Even though that guy looks good, I mean, he's not a need right now. Like, we have Milner for, what, like another season or two, and then we have our guy for the other guy that's younger for like another 5 or 6 seasons. This pick, we need a middle linebacker, so Brian Kennedy is going to be the guy, and he is a 73 overall hidden. This, I mean, could be the first season where we don't get the bye week in a while, right? I mean, we've been kind of dominating that for a while now. But, I mean, we're fielding a worse team, I suppose. Ben Darden. Damn, Ben Darden good, though. Ben Darden do be good, though. If Darden's there, we'll still take him. If he's not there, we might just take the quarterback. I know it's kind of early for us. We're never going to see the quarterback play, but I suppose as far as realism goes, you can't pass on the quarterback that good. Should be hidden, and he is 73 overall hidden. Could be a superstar. Super fun-looking player, I'll tell you that. I mean, how could you not start him? That's just too fun-looking. It's like Daniel Jones, but actually decent, because he's hidden. Oh my, I did not. Okay, well, there goes any good pick we may have had. Taking the kicker early, because we need one badly. He's the only guy with decent kick power, and even then, it's only 90. Oh, crap. I forgot we had pick 32, so I skipped the week without looking at the draft recap. Oh, now I have the EA servers. Oh, come on, man. Let's take a look at him. Brian Kennedy. Give us a superstar. I don't know if we actually drafted a single superstar linebacker, and that would have been clutch timing for that to happen. Who else did we take? We took Peralta, who is going to be the future, I think. Is Mays a right end? I don't know. He's going to play a right end, though. And he is a sort of elementary player as well. And is that the only younger guy we took? I think everyone else sucked. Oh, no, the quarterback. Not that it matters, but I suppose it's kind of fun to see if he's, you know, some sort of god or not. And he is only star, but super fun looking. It is year 13. We're almost there. Mama, we almost made it. Trevor Lawrence is 33 years old, and it appears he has regressed a little bit, but not by, you know, a whole lot. Of course, this is the rest of the squad. We're going to lose some of these players soon, but hopefully not soon enough, because obviously we're almost out of here. We have almost survived. Looking at the age of Tap. How old is this man? 29 now. Ratings, of course, always man coverage, never zone. Flat zone KO, and of course he doesn't have one for this short route. So basically just put him in a flat, and if he gets beat, well, we sue EA together. Okay, so this is kind of a cool way to, you know, announce a dev up. It was perfect chemistry, and it was saying that Isaiah Mann and Trevor Lawrence have been developing a nice chemistry together, and we can get him to star Touchdowns with Isaiah Mann will increase the amount of XP receives if yardage goal is complete. So are we broke or are we broke? 4-year 85. We can't afford this. No, we can't afford it. How much players is enough players? A 1-year 2.3. Is there that many good players in the league now? I mean, I'll take them for a 5-year deal, I suppose. I mean, we're not going to get any superstars, so... You know, I mean, I guess, right? Brandon George, a 3-year 12, could do it, but I'm not going to. Don't want those guys. What about Collins? Do we even need him? Like, is he even a starter at this point? Barker, I don't think so. Barker's going to be gone. Cliff Jones, I'll give him the deal. Why not? He's a good tackle. And then Manny Mays, he's actually done really well for us. I'm going to give him the deal. So we'll have 22 mil to work with, and all we got to do is replace, what, a guard, which we probably already have the replacement for. And even if we can and need the middle linebackers, I don't want them. We've got, you know, I think we're fine. Who cares? Headed to the wild card round, looking good. Not great, but good enough. And, oh, maybe it is great. I guess we're the number 1 seed in the AFC again. We're the number 1 in, like, just in the league. Okay, I mean... I will take it. A chance at another Super Bowl. What is a 4 out of 5 now? Once again, this is the final stretch. So I will not be looking, I will not be doing another video. So there won't be any, like, lack of communication type of stuff. Bruce Campbell finally gets going, and he's 29. McMahon. Kershaw. It's a really cool name. Oscar Kershaw. It's kind of cool, actually. Kershaw sounds like more like a defender. They're like a linebacker or like a safety or something. And my spirits are higher now because we're near the end. Simply put, would we have won any awards? Probably not. I don't even care, dude. At this point, I don't even care anymore. Who cares? What does the awards get us? The Titans, 12-5. They're 11-6, and they are not moving on. They got smoked. Get rolled. 9-8 for the Chargers, and we beat them as well. We are in the bowl of soup. We've already won multiple Super Bowls. We're going to do the media day, of course, but we're not going to go in. What do we got? Coach, the Cardinals have been bringing a lot of ball. Oh, so we have done so many Super Bowl wins, they don't even care about them anymore. What's the path to victory? Consistent offense, I suppose, right? Like, our offense is sick. Defense is, there's a couple of holes there. So, let's talk about the offense. 11-point overall advantage, and a loss anyways. Okay, that's great. Nice. Why are we negative 408 mil in funds, by the way? Like, why are we so broke? EA, do you want to explain this? Why we're so broke despite being the greatest team of the last decade? We have a couple of first-round guys. They all look pretty good. I think Kari Johnston is the number 1, though, because he won the Heisman. Don't see anything about his actual, pass rush ability, but a late first, I'm going on 19 or 20 to get him. John Malone could also use him. Carl Groves or Carl Johnson from Grove Street. Maybe one of the fastest wide receivers I've seen this Madden so far from a CPU class. And then you have this corner, which, I mean, you could always use a corner. But, yeah, the pass rusher, Johnston, is definitely the number 1 as he obviously won the Heisman. What could that mean, though? I mean, it's usually a good dev, but we have seen our fair share of star devs, especially when it comes to pass rushing types. Remember, there was that 23-year-old Eagles one. I don't remember which rebuild it was. I don't even know. Maybe it was this one. But he was only star and he was 23, which was a massive L. No, it wasn't. It was the one where we drafted 2 X Factors. It wasn't in the same year. I think it was that one. I don't remember. David Jackson. I should probably go to 19 unless one of the guys goes early, right? Like if the wide receiver goes. That. Well. Yeah, he looks good. I want to see how fast he is. So we traded 31 and 63 for 19. I don't know if that's fair, but it seems fair, so I just gave it to him, whatever. Going to get ourselves the pass rusher of the future. Milner is going to be gone after this year. $30 million is being made by him. Kari Johnston, can you be the guy? 74 overall, okay. Hidden, at least. Looks a little raw. Not, the fastest guy in the world, but fast enough. And, I mean, I'm fine with it. Not bad. We also have this offensive lineman. Not that O-line has been super hard for us to get, but that guy is a clear-cut, clean star or better. Maybe even a freaking superstar, but we're not really able to make that play, are we? We're just going to go to the next round and hopefully trade up for the corner. Maybe we should keep this guy in case we do a 30-year rebuild of this team. Another 15, obviously. But Allen, the star development quarterback, and a 6th round next year for a 3rd pick, 3rd round this, a 4th round this, and a 3rd next year from Washington. I mean, at least it's a good franchise for it to happen to, right? And then with that pick, we're going to be taking Cam Royal, the cornerback. Please be good, and he is not. 72 overall, normal, usable, obviously, with that catching and decent speed and all that, 6'1". He's a good player, but obviously, it's a lot to work up. Juan Coleman is there, and honestly, doesn't look that good. It really doesn't. I'm going to pass on him. The guard is still there. Daniel DeConti. Screw it, Daniel DeConti it is. Kind of looks more like a center, and he more looks like a trash pick. That was a micro L, which is what I have, which is technically a massive L. Russ Matthews, that's early, but I don't care. He looks good. I do care. It was a terrible pick. Why didn't someone stop me? Late first, sign me up for this stud. 74 overall normal is actually pretty good, but very long way to becoming a pass rushing DT, which I don't even know if it's actually possible. You might just be stuck with a run stopper. So we traded up to grab this fella, and hopefully he's something, and he's not. But he is usable. He's just not that great. We need a punter. The other guy's better, but he's a kicker. Screw it. Espinoza. Like, how do you use that guy? Like, you don't. You don't. I'm trading up for the other guy, too. Screw it. I want the kicker as well. I'm desperate. We actually might need the kicker. I don't even know who our kicker is. He's kind of trash, isn't he? Got the trade up. We're taking Mitchell Bartram. 69 overall normal. That guy looked like a clear-cut god. So the fact that he wasn't hidden is telling me maybe it's not possible. Maybe that's our next draft challenge thing. Maybe I do that this Saturday. I don't know. Give me some ideas for that. I know none of you guys are watching to this point, but, you know, if you are, thanks. So, of course, Kari Johnston, the guy that mattered the most, going to be replacing Milner. Be a good decision. Just be a good decision. And, oh, he is. Oh, he's a filthy individual. And, I don't know, I kind of want him something in the, like, 54, whatever. 54 on the edge doesn't really intrigue me that much, but here we are. Definite win. We kind of need a middle linebacker a little bit more than him out the gate, but, you know, we'll see. Carl Groves, of course, normal, but that's not something you really... Oh, that is super disappointing because he has so much potential, and he still does, but all he has is run after the catch. Are you sure they don't want him to be a running back, though? 79 carrying, juke ability's okay. Catching's insane, though, but, like, run after the catch, and that's it. Like, nothing else. Like, really? Was this the corner we were looking at? Steve Harris? If it was, that's an L. And then, where's the middle linebacker? Where did he go? This was the guy, John Malone. And I'm glad we passed on him because, yeah, no. Year 14, some of the guys are, you know, missing. We traded off the left. No, we let go of the left guard because we didn't want to pay him. And I don't even think we could pay him. We had like 10 mil to work with in free agency. Despite the negative 400 mil in funds, our owner is just spending every dime he has on hookers and cocaine. The offense, it kind of seems like it will die after year 15, right? Like, Lawrence dropped another 2 or some overalls. This is kind of where you would expect him to drop maybe, like, 4 overalls. So by the time year 15 ends, he could be like a 90 overall or something like that. Campbell, you know, he needs a contract now. Probably won't be able to give him one. McMahon, I think, is pretty young still, right? 27. The tight ends are regressing. We're going to end up losing Barnett. We're losing some players here. Of course, Milner would be gone. Johnston's a great replacement. Middle linebacker needs to be upgraded, especially the Stafford guy. Tapp needs to be replaced soon. If Higgins doesn't get a dev up, he's gone. He's 29. Burgess probably like 25. Yeah, he's 25. I mean, the team is good enough now, but like I said, like year 15, it might be a perfect cutoff point. And then if we decide to do it again or do the rest of it, you know, GG. Also, I'm kind of curious to see the overalls because I seen like 3 matchups and like they were all 81 overall, 85, 85. Okay, so maybe we just played a lot of really low overall teams because I seen a few 81s and I was like, huh? But yeah, it seems like we just played like the overall 81 overall teams. Okay. Pretty good start of the season, better than the last few years, of course. Milner is absolutely gone. He's a great player, can't keep him. And oh, damn, I didn't know Barnett was that young. 54 mil left. Is Trevor Lawrence on this list? He's not, surprisingly. Kershaw, wow. That's a lot of money. I know he's a great player with that dev and all that. Yeah, I gotta keep him, dude. You have to. You just have to. 56 mil to work with. Burgess. Damn, dude, this is harsh. Like, you can't pay everyone, but you also can't pay no one. That's my quote of the day. And honestly, at this rate, I get it. A franchise tackle is the most important offensive lineman you can get, but I'd rather let a franchise tackle go and get another guy that's like, even half as good as him and keep the O-line intact than to, be completely broke. Bruce Campbell's a great running back. If he can stay on a 2-year, I'm all about it. You interested in a 2-year 26? They always got to fight, don't they? Barnett, you can't. You just can't do it. Like, it's just too much money. I'm sorry. That's what kind of got us in this whole, always having no money funk in the first place. Is just paying all these offensive linemen. Headed to the playoffs, we're going to have another bye week. Let's just be honest about it. 15-2, better than most of our seasons, actually. Trevor Lawrence with the first in yards, but 10th in touchdowns, I think it was. Campbell, another really good year. I think the O-line is kind of carrying, though. Kershaw, good year. McMahon, I didn't actually look at our dev-ups, which, by the way, I'm going to be honest, I don't remember how the hell that one guy got X Factor. Was he just an X Factor out the gate? Where is he? This guy. Jeremy Ward. How did we get this guy? I legitimately do not know. I have no idea. Did we draft him as a star and they dev'd up, or did he... I honestly forgot. I'm sorry. Mays with 16.5, worth the re-sign. Werner, I would love to, but we can't. We do have our X Factor waiting. And look at the rookie, 15 for 15. That's what I'm talking about, baby. Maybe something. Maybe running back. 19 touchdowns is a lot of touchdowns after all. Trevor Lawrence at number 3. We get anything? No. Running back is... Damn. Okay, we don't got anything. Oh, O-line. I mean, we do have one of the best offensive lines in football. Obviously, we're about to lose them a little bit. We did win some awards, which is nice, but can we win another Super Bowl? Can we do it? Trevor Lawrence is trying to chase Brady, and, I mean, it's not going super well here. Speaking of Brady, Patriots, we win. The Chiefs, who, at this point, Mahomes has got to be looking kind of on the downside, and we win. Back to the bowl, going up against the Rams, a 96 overall again. Can we do it? Can we do it? Oh, I missed the media day. And we lost. Of course, the media day doesn't matter. We proved that, obviously. I was just joking the whole time. But, yeah, we lost with it. We lost without it. We just lose Super Bowls around here, simply put. Dev-ups, none on offense. Ooh, the tight end dropped hard, actually. Defensively, Kennedy, I do not believe, was superstar. But that's, the only dev-up we had. And everyone else kind of just, didn't. Okay, so the team's going to get worse for our final season here, but at least it's another Super Bowl trip. How many have we went to? Does it show you how many wins or Super Bowl trips you've been to? Let's take a look at us. So Urban Meyer, 15,000. We won 3 Super Bowls, 6 championships. So we're 3-3 in the Super Bowl right now, which is, I mean, not great. Not great. Oh, Myles Garrett beat Brady. Really? Nick Bosa with 3 Super Bowls. Fair enough, right? Get some Super Bowls and all that. Mahomes on the Bears, actually, now. 2 Super Bowls, 4 championships. Interesting. Please, Rodgers. Please don't end please don't end like that. Sir? Please don't end it. Oh, wait, does it only show how many you've won? Oh, yeah, well, how many you've won. The same thing, yeah. 3 for 3. My previous brain was working. Ooh, this is the lowest we've been in a while. 88 overall for year 15. Of course, no running back. Left tackle sucks, but of course we can move some of these guys around. The career center, Cameron Foote, of course, with that speed, I think has the versatility and just being a god can play the left tackle spot. So that's exactly what we're going to do here. And of course, that should already boost the overall. Boost it by 2. Putting a lot of emphasis on boost. Pippen need a new running back. That guy can't call it. He can't be the guy. Number 2 middle linebacker we need. And other than that, I mean, I think we can get back to a 92 overall or so. I mean, we started with a 92 with all the upgrades and all that. By the end of the season, we get to a 96. So, yeah, I'm going to try not to spend anything in free agency, but I also am curious Bruce Campbell getting... I literally offered him that. I offered him a 3-year 29, and he said, oh, everything's great. I just want more years. Are you for real? And all these teams are actually paying our guys. The top 4 are our guys. Really? That's what we're doing? But yeah, a little bit of a sell. It's not really our choice, not our fault, but the fact that there's no running back here is kind of sucky. Jonathan Martin, which is, a cool name. Can we go cheap on him because nobody wants him? Wow, that's a steal. I'll take him. Could play the starting spot. Maybe draft somebody. We haven't drafted a running back this whole freaking rebuild, so there's that. Isaiah Mann's also a free agent. I mean, basically all of our players are players that everyone wants, which is I mean, kind of expected, isn't it? A 4-year, $12 million deal for Jonathan Martin as a steal for us, and he gets a chance in a very saturated running back market. So we trade 31 McKinney and 65 for 19 and 115 from the Cowboys, which we will be using on a cornerback. I know we don't really need a cornerback, but the tight end I wanted to replace the tight end we got is gone. We have to take a look at him. He's 23, but he's super good. Middle linebacker, I mean, the guy's decent, but we have a guy that looks really good. Believe it or not, in the 6th round, looks like an absolute can't-miss steal. We also have a safety that's similar to that. But the number 1 pick here, outside of this running back, who does look insanely talented, is got to be this cornerback, Garnes. I'm going to take him, and I'm hoping for... Oh, he's 23. Okay, thank God he's hidden. If he was 76 overall, but normal and 23, GG to my sanity. But, okay, fair enough. And if this running back's still here to start the 2nd round, I'm making the play. Which he is not. I'd like to see how good he was, but yeah, he's not. Our next pick has to be the safety for a fact. The middle linebacker looks okay, but once again, that 6th round middle linebacker we're going to take in the 4th, most likely, is great. Late 3rd for Shaq Philbin, so I believe we could just go right to our next pick here. All right, Shaq Philbin. Philbin could be the new starting free safety. We'll see. 77 overall normal, that is perfectly fine. Very talented player. Kind of reminds me of Calvin Pryor, to be honest. A little bit lower on the hip power, but kind of does. This is probably too early, but this guy looks like a can't miss. I'm just going to take him anyways. And he wasn't a can't miss. Or he was a can't... Damn it. He's the new number 2 middle linebacker. Okay, that's all you need to know. And of course, Washington owes us like billions of favors, so they're obviously going to be trading us pretty much any pick we want from them. That's obviously not how it goes, but, that's the storyline I'm going with. 115 and 159 should be enough. It is. We're going to be taking this running back who, if he's hidden, I think starts over the guy we got. Yeah, I know he's superstar, but 26 years old, 5'9" anyways. This guy's 5'10", 220, super young, be a god, and he's the starter. I don't care. He's a really good-looking player, too. I don't care. He's the starter. I don't care. We'll take a look at the dev, but I don't care. He's the starter. What do you want? And for our last player, the new number 3 wide receiver, Tevin Harmon, 72 overall normal. A lot worse than I thought. Like, this is a guy that you would maybe debatably take in, like, the 2nd or 3rd round. Of course, definitely usable, but super disappointing, all things considered. Definitely going to take a look at that tight end. He was Kyle Pitts' level of speed. Rasheem Garnes, the new number 3, who's already going to be 24 by the time he even has a chance to start. Please be superstar better. That's just not good enough, right? Like, when you are, when you're 23 out the gate, especially since you're not going to start as a rookie, like, that's just not good enough for Madden. I'm sorry. It's just not. Hey, don't look at me. I'm not the one that makes the rules. I just follow him. Savon Ballard could be a sneaky high dev player, at least star, obviously, which is a win. And we're going to make him number 42. It's not great in linebacker number, but it's something. And then the other hidden, Devontae Mixon, which is going to be, I don't know, some number like 25, 6, I don't know. 28 looks good, and his dev is superstar. Good decision to call out that we're going to start him beforehand. And then the tight end, 3 straight quarterbacks? What is this, real life? Oh, how dare you? I hope he sucks. Hope he's awful. Number 11, I hope he... No. Hey, let's relax a little bit there. And he's only star, you idiots. You idiots, you fools. You fools. Where's the tight end? Where was he? 89. Really? A 4.48? Okay, I'm glad we missed. Because, yikes. Not bad for them, but that's a bit of an L, I can't lie. 23 years old. Yikes. The big 1-5. Please be the Super Bowl. Of course, 92 overall. Like I said, Lawrence kind of on the way out here. Kind of just look away. Don't look anymore. It's all over. Okay, it's all over for him. Mixon, start, damn it. Potential rookie of the year at running back. Super high ceiling. 4 years minimum. I'm liking that. But everything else, the team is kind of on the lower side. But if we could do it before 15-2 at 93 overall, we could. Still what? 12 wins, and as a 90. Come on, we're still the best team in football. So Honeycutt needs a contract. We have, good money. Definitely good enough money to keep a franchise corner around, even though he's super undersized. Jeremy Ward, he's like a pure DT type. You know what I mean? Trevor Lawrence is a one-year guy. I don't really know if you can keep him much longer than that. Already down to a 92 overall. It's a harsh drop-off. Higgins is gone. Tapp is gone. Dan Morgan, I suppose, you can't really ask for too much better from him, especially with the considerable that, it's cheap, right? It's a cheap player. I suppose you keep Ward for a 3-year. I wouldn't go any higher than that, though. It's kind of, peak price anyways. You can't really expect to pay too much more for a block shedder. I mean, you got a lot of money now. It's just the players are kind of gone. All right, wild card. And we lose. So we have our first actual wild card game in a while. We lose to the team that is in the division, and they steal the freaking bye week, I would assume. Or did we play them right there? I don't even know. But Trevor Lawrence crushing it for his final year. Well, for our final year. Mixon, it seems like you have to be super good because, I mean, he's obviously a good player, but you have to be super good to develop second wind. That's what you would want, right, over Bulldozer. By the way, 91 speed, 93 excel at 220, and he's a power back. That's pretty cool. Can't really ask for much more than that. Let's take a look at the receivers. Kershaw should go to X Factor. McMahon's just crushing it. Sammy Rivers going out with a bang. His best season ever, basically, and he's an 87 overall. It's his second best season of his career, basically. Really? Really, EA? That's how you want to play this? How old is he now? 34. God damn, tight ends last a long time. Okay blocking numbers, or sacks allowed numbers. Werner, really good. Childers could go. Was he only in star still? Jesus. Could go to superstar. Johnston with 11. Sorry, Milner, but, you've already been replaced. Ward with 9, and then Mays with 8. Pick totals, we don't talk about those. We don't get them. Bartram, really good year 1. Not super great year 2, but still good enough. And is this Mr. Trevor Lawrence's second MVP award? And it is. Nice. O-line of the year, or Rookie of the Year, Defensive Rookie of the Year, Best Quarterback Award, Best Linebacker, Best Quarterback, Best Linebacker, Best Quarterback, Best Line... Okay, I was broken there for a second. Jeez, I've been snapped out of it. Oh, man. And we lose! How is that going to be the way we finish the 15-year rebuild? All those Super Bowl trips for nothing. Oh, I guess to be fair, Super Bowl 70 is a Giants-Patriots rematch with the Giants winning again. Saved. Really bad ending, but kind of saved at the same time. Let's take a look at the stats and awards for some of our guys. Once again, if you guys really want to see another 15 years of this to make it the full 30, maybe leave a massive like and subscribe. I don't know. I don't know what I would need to get on this to do that. 2,000 likes, that's a lot. That's way more than we normally get. What do we get? Maybe 400 or 500. This is more of a special video, so maybe 800 and 900 throughout its history. When Madden 22 is all said and done, you guys might be able to do it. We'll see. I'm surprised if any people are still even here to this point. But 72,446 yards through 15 seasons, technically, I believe. 5,880 yards. What do you mean technically? He's a rookie, and now it's 15 years later because of the rebuild. Okay. Let's take a look at the rushing numbers. Trevor Lawrence, number 1 rusher on our team, of course. Sammy Rivers, 11,574 yards, 110 touchdowns for a tight end is great numbers. McMahon, chance to beat Jerry Rice. Not a great one, but a chance to. Kershaw, not bad. Of course, you see he goes to X Factor. O-line, Cliff Jones allowed 75 sacks through 13 seasons. Not crazy bad, but he is a right tackle, not a left. Mays, interior man with 113 sacks. Insane. Werner, 82.3. Walt Tapp, okay, we don't care about. Bartram, obviously, great start to the career, but he's, he's a newer player. But that is going to be it. That is going to be our 15-year rebuild of the Jacksonville Jaguars. Hopefully you guys enjoyed this. Maybe we do these more in the future. Maybe we just do 10 years. It's up to you guys because, of course, after 10 years, I think we would have had the couple of Super Bowls. After that, we kind of just fell off a bit. We kept making it or getting close, but we never won. 10 years might be fine. Might be perfect enough, but 15 is pretty good too. So let me know what you guys think in the comment section below. And once again, if you enjoyed this, maybe leave a like. Subscribe if you're new. Follow me on Twitter, Jeromepkr, second channel PK Plays, and then twitch.tv/Jeromepkr for streams, which will be live tomorrow with a Raiders franchise video. So there's that. And yeah, that's about it. If you guys have a suggestion for a rebuild idea in the future, just a rebuild in general, anything at all, let me know in the comment section below. And also, what team do you want to see next for a rebuild? You know, specifically this Sunday, or for a 15-year rebuild, or 10, whatever. That's about it, though. Thanks for watching. Hope you guys come back for next video. But until next video, see ya! Whoa. Are those things we have to fight? No, well, listen. They are gone. They are dead.
Hey, I recognize this band.
I like this band. They're one of my favorites. I have every album, of course.
Could be worth a trip back to explore.
No, suck my ass. Jump to... I just defied physics. Ninth sister.
A Bronca scrap rat playing jet.
Ew.